everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the RageSelect podcast right here on RageSelect. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mike.
I don't know why I paused like that. They know what they clicked on. Like, I just, I'm a consummate showman. I wanted to get a little suspense going. You know?
Yeah, you got to make sure this isn't the porn they wanted to watch.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, one of these days we're going to start. I'm just saying, welcome back to NPR. This is This American Life. I'm your host, Ira Glass. They'll be like, wait, that's Jeff, not Ira Glass.
I knew it. I knew Jeff was Ira Glass.
That's right.
I have a confession to make.
The whole
I'm
time.
Ira Glass.
I'm all of them. I've been all your favorite podcasts this whole time. This is the one I do for fun. That's why it's so like slipshod, is because I'm too busy working on all the rest of them.
Exactly. We're also Lord.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Michael, I got good news for you this week.
What's that?
It's not just a bunch of news stories thrown on the ground this week. We got like some themes. We've got some sections.
That has been a thing that's been happening to me each time.
Yeah.
I come in for the smorgasbords.
Sometimes I feel bad because I feel like on the off weeks when you're not here, it's like, oh, we've got a very clear, like, we got like 3 big stories, and then
very concise things.
yeah, and then you come in here and I'm like, I've got 25 news stories and none of them are related to each other. It took me 6 hours to try to figure out how to segue between them because I was like, I don't fucking know.
And half of them make you want to shoot someone.
That's right. Wait, I didn't say that none of these news stories are going to make you want to shoot somebody.
Yeah,
I'm like, listen,
the difference is it's half versus like concise stuff.
Yes, that's very true. The biggest one is we got a big Xbox partner preview, and it actually has some interesting stuff in it. So we're gonna go over all
Xbox has
that.
games. I'm shocked, Jeff. Shocked by this.
I'm just as shocked as you were. There were more things in this that I was interested in than the PlayStation Japan State of Play last week.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
but before we get to that, Michael, I watched a very odd movie last week.
What did you watch?
I watched One Battle After Another.
Oh, you watched the new PTA? Is that what it is? That's the director, right?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
Everyone I know loves that film. In fact, our friend, I think you know Nate. He went as Leonardo DiCaprio's character for Halloween.
Such a lazy fucking costume.
It is, but he's white.
Unshaven white man with fucking like dirty clothes on. Like
yeah, and that's exactly what it had in his closet. So it worked out just fine. And he has that movie memorized.
No, it was good. But the thing is that it was weird because I was talking to my dad about it, and he was like, "Oh, I've heard that's the Antifa movie," and I was like, "Okay,
I've never heard it called that, but I guess."
Okay, so then I started watching it, and the thing is that we're gonna go a little bit far afield. Okay, I actually found out that Paul Thomas Anderson's last 2 or 3 movies that he's made have all been based on books by an author named Thomas Pynchon.
Oh, okay.
So Inherent Vice, Licorice Pizza, and now this are all based on Thomas Pynchon stories. People may know him. He's a surrealist author. I've read one of his books called Gravity's Rainbow. It's a fucking monster book that's all crazy. It's back when I was reading William Burroughs and stuff like that. So I really had a taste for like 700 pages of surrealist weirdo shit.
Inherent Vice, I remember talking to people who read the book and watched the movie, and they're like, no, it's just as weird, if not weirder.
Yeah.
The movie is just cannot be as weird as the book because it can only do it for so long.
Right.
Type
so
of thing.
Thomas Pynchon, Crying of Lot 49, like Gravity's Rainbow. There's a bunch of, he's written a bunch of stuff. This is based on a book called Vineland. And so here's the thing. Vineland is I actually looked it up and I read like the synopsis of it. And Vineland is a book, and it came out in the, what was it, like the 70s or something like that. And it...
You clicked on the guy on accident.
No, I was looking for the 1990. Sorry,
Okay.
it came out in 1990, but it takes place in 1984, and it's about a bunch of like 60s like weather underground revolutionaries who made their own, like they took over a part of the United States, like a city, and there's like this freedom fighter, and then there's like this law enforcement guy, and like there's got this weird attraction between the two of them. Anyway, when you watch this movie, like I feel like you could watch this movie and it would be really weird because it's about a bunch of like really organized freedom fighters, and they're like raiding like immigrant detention areas and like freeing people. And they're incredibly, they're blowing up banks. They're like fucking Project Mayhem, except they've got a cause and everything. And then you've got the American military, and you've got these like secret underground societies and all this stuff. It's like a very heightened version of reality. At first I was like, oh, this is like the example of, this is like if everyone in America was turned up to 11, right? If all the cops were turned up to 11, and all the protesters were turned up to 11, and the secret societies were turned up to 11, and everybody's at 11, that's what this movie would be. And then I went and read this, and I was like, oh no, this is just like somebody thinking about the 60s, about activism in the 60s, which was inherently violent, and there were much greater forces than like we're looking at right now. So anyway, it's a strange movie. It comes off as very like hyper real because, again, all the stuff that's going on here, you know, it's like the movie opens with like 24 people, like protest revolutionaries busting into like, again, like an ICE detention facility, holding all of the soldiers at gunpoint, and then taking all of the immigrants and putting them in a panel truck and going away with them. And it's like, what am I watching here? Now, once you're on board with it, like it was great. It was fun. It was kind of a farce in a couple of ways. Like,
that's what I've heard about it, because a lot of it was like there's a lot of serious scenes in it. But the thing about Leonardo DiCaprio's character is that he's been out of it for so long.
He's a total fuck up.
That he's just doesn't know what's going on anymore. Yeah. Even though like he used to be like with it essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because everybody always references this one, because I never got to see it, but everybody keeps referencing this one scene over and over again about a code.
Yeah.
And that he just doesn't fucking know, and they're just like, you gotta fucking be like, calm down, dude.
yeah no, I mean, and it was good. It was very watchable. It's very weird and different. Very I don't know, like I wouldn't watch it if you're looking for like, you know, hyper reality. Like a lot of movies these days are very like realistic.
Yes.
This is very surreal.
Yeah, that's the thing. The second you said it was by the same guy who made Inherent Vice, I'm like, that explains a lot.
And see, I've never seen Inherent Vice.
Inherent Vice is fucking weird as shit.
Yeah,
because it's a private detective story, and it's just, it goes all over the place.
Yeah,
like it's a movie that I couldn't explain to you even if I tried.
Yeah,
because I saw it in theaters with a friend of mine, and I remember being like, I both loved and kind of hated that kind of thing because it was so incredibly surreal the whole way through, and it takes place, I think, in the 70s type thing, and that movie is just fucking out there. Yeah. And I talked to Johnny Neal about it, and he's like, oh no, I read the book or whatever, and he's like, that book is very, very surreal as well, but it has like a lot more going on in it. But that makes sense because, you know, you can do a lot more in a book format than you can cramming all that into like I think it was like 2.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
But by the time it was done, I'm like, I don't know what happened here. Did we win? I don't know.
Was it entertaining?
It was. That's the thing, is like, I had fun with it, but I couldn't tell you what happened in it.
Right.
Because it's just surreal. Like, you go from one set piece to another set piece while he's looking for this person.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of weird shit going on in it each time. And you just find yourself being like, what? I don't what?
That's kind of how Gravity's Rainbow was it was divided into a series of chunks where there's a lot of like weird surrealist stuff. That's all about World War II rocket attacks and like stuff. But then the last chapter kind of tries to smoosh it all together into a ball that resembles something, and it kind of works. Or maybe I'm just not smart enough to know that it works.
Oh no, yeah, I haven't seen Inherent Vice in a very long time though. So I would say, actually, that's going to sound weird, I would actually still recommend that movie. Yeah, because it's a fun time.
But I enjoyed it. I mean, it was different. It was unique. It was interesting. Yeah, it was pretty good. I definitely would say if you have any interest in it, it might be worth a rental. Like an actual pay the full price rental kind of rental.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure if you like Paul Thomas Anderson, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
type of thing. And if you're into, and there's a lot of, this is the other thing I hear about it, there's a lot of interpretations for what the movie is telling you by the end of it.
Yes.
There's one interpretation, and I know I said that wrong, but I'm not even trying. That I do agree with immensely based on what I do know of it, but I haven't seen it, so I can't like confirm it.
Sure.
And then there's like because there's like an optimistic way and a cynical way of looking at the ending, depending on who you ask.
You get a lot of that I mean, it's kind of a weird litmus test where you can look at it in a lot of different ways.
And I like the optimistic route a lot more based on what I've been told. But again, I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
But I won't say otherwise because, for as far as I know, it spoils the entire thing.
What I will say is that I do remember when this came out and everybody was like, "Yeah, it was a box office failure," and I'm like, of course it was.
Yeah.
Like even with the best trailer in the world, who's going to see the movie about Leonardo DiCaprio running around in his bathrobe for 2 hours trying to find like his daughter?
Also, Paul Thomas Anderson isn't known for always making smash hits.
Right.
Inherent Vice didn't do very well.
Well, not just that, but Licorice Pizza, that was a smaller one.
That wasn't a smash hit. Neither was the only one that I know that was There Will Be Blood.
Right. I mean, the
Master, I don't even know did okay.
The Master, I think did all right, but it wasn't.
And Punch Drunk Love is considered one of like a huge failure, especially at the time.
Yeah,
type of thing. So
I think Magnolia was okay.
Boogie Nights did super well.
Boogie Nights is great.
Magnolia did not super great. Punch Drunk Love definitely didn't do super great.
Yeah,
There Will Be Blood did so well that it's referenced in everything.
Sure.
The Master I know did okay. Inherent Vice I remember people saying didn't do very well.
Yeah.
Phantom Thread I didn't hear anybody say shit about it.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
So yeah,
So like, what did they expect?
I kept seeing these headlines that were like, new Paul Thomas Anderson movie about revolutionaries starring Leonardo DiCaprio in his bathrobe didn't make $1 billion, and I'm like, of course it didn't make a.
Yeah.
Who was saying it was going? Find the person that said that it was going to be a smash hit and fire them. Like,
yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson isn't the guy who makes the Avengers. He's the guy who makes Phantom Thread.
Well, and then this is the third movie that he's made that's based on like an American surrealist author, who most people have never read anything from. So
I didn't even know he made more than one book.
Like,
that makes sense.
If you don't know who Robert Anton Wilson is, then you probably got no reason to look at Pynchon. So anyway, though, interesting movie if you like it. I don't know, if you want a real challenging read, you can go read Thomas Pynchon's books because they're very.
I'm tempted now.
They're a lot. They're quite a bit. So anyway, that's all I got. What do you got, Michael? You do anything good?
Well, shifting gears into something less insane, if that makes sense. But actually, it's still insane. I watched Amazon's new Bat Fam series. It's a spin-off of this movie they made 2 years ago called Merry Little Batman.
Okay.
And it was a Christmas movie about Damian Wayne being left alone. And this is a Damian where he's like had a normal childhood type thing where he was left alone on Christmas and he ends up the house ends up getting robbed, and so he goes out dressed as like a small Batman outfit his dad gave him. Okay. And crime is completely like eliminated in Gotham at this point. So Bruce is like retired. He has a beard, and he's just like Mr. Nice Dad sort of thing. But then after the events of the Christmas thing, now him and his son now work together at times. Okay. But and so Bat Fem is a spinoff of that, where now he lives with Damian. They introduced a new character that's kind of based on the Alicia Silverstone type thing from of Pennyworth having a niece. So they have a character named Alicia, literally. Okay. Alicia Pennyworth, who shows up. He has a new adopted daughter who's Volcana turned into a 12-year-old. Okay. Man-Bat lives with him, and the ghost of Ra's al Ghul lives with him as well. And so it's just like a wacky like family comedy that just happens to involve Batman at times.
From the creators of Big Mouth. No,
I don't actually. That's the thing, is I don't actually know who made these outside of like I said, they made that movie Merry Little Batman. Yeah. So like it's that tone, but as like as a half-hour TV show, like that's 10 episodes. Okay. And since it takes place so far into the future that a lot of his villains are like older and they have their own kids too. Like at one point, Mad Hatter is like, "This is my new sidekick, Sad Hatter," and it's just his daughter, and she's like, "I don't want to do any of this shit," yeah, type of thing. And so yeah, it's just Batman dealing with like his new family life that he has, as well as Damian like trying to still earn his dad's trust to let him fight crime on his own. Okay.
Was it good?
I had fun with it. That's the thing. It's weird as shit because it's so unlike anything else Batman related.
Yeah.
Because when you hear something like Bat Fam, you're expecting like, you know, Robins and Batgirls and all this stuff.
Sure.
None of that shit exists in this thing. There's not even a Robin. Like his son is just like a tiny Batman.
Yeah.
Like it's what's so weird about it. And I found myself just being charmed the whole way through.
Okay.
And I was just like, I don't know what it is, but I love this stupid little show because it doesn't take itself seriously until it randomly does in the last couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And it's just such a weird show. And it started not that long ago, and it's only one season at the moment. And Luke Wilson is Batman, by the way, for people who are wondering who plays Batman.
You and I were talking a little bit like a few weeks back about how there's all these animated shows that just come around, and like unless you were looking for them, you would never know. Like if you said, I watched this new show on Amazon, I was convinced you were going to start talking about that Mighty Nine show.
No, I didn't even know about that show.
And that show's like fucking 95 and 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I didn't even know about that one.
But
no, I knew about this one because of the fact that, you know, I'd watched Merry Little Batman. So I was like, okay, and it's interesting they're going to make a new show.
Interesting.
Based on that. And the episodes are like, they range from being kind of serious to like really stupid.
Yeah.
Like there's one episode where there's like the serious plot is like Bruce is going to tell his friend that he's Batman, but for some reason he's doing it in a movie theater. Yeah. So he's like, he's just like, I have something to tell you. And a guy in the back just keeps going, guys, we're trying to watch a movie. He's like, why am I doing this in a movie theater?
Yeah.
And then while that's happening, Alfred's watching this French film. But Commissioner Gordon's there because he thinks it's an action movie. Okay. And so that's just happening. Meanwhile, like Damien and Volcana are watching a movie that used to be a TikTok video that they turned into a movie or something.
Sure.
And it's just all random shit. But it all culminates with like, you know, at the end, like they all come together because Bruce got his feelings hurt at the end and by some stuff that happens. And then he's like, he finally goes, you know what? I need to trust my family type thing.
All right.
And it's like this great little fight scene at the end. And then, like I said, but then there's another episode where like Raj al Ghul is just like, yeah, this orb that if you lie, a demon comes out and tries to kill you. In the middle of it, and you're just like, what is happening?
Yeah,
but by the time I was done, I was like, I really kind of loved this. It's so insane.
Incredibly bizarre.
It's incredibly bizarre.
Incredibly bizarre.
Because it's funny because Amazon has the most serious Batman show ever made.
Yeah.
And then also this thing.
Yeah. Weird.
Very
weird.
Very strange.
Yeah.
I loved it though. I would say, and you have to watch Merry Little Batman before you watch it because it keeps referencing things that happen in it.
Okay.
For people who want to know.
Well, with that, let's go ahead and get into this partner preview. Xbox partner preview. I kind of wish, I was thinking last week when they were doing all of the Sony things, I was getting irritated because I made a spreadsheet for it and I had one column that was like release dates, and it was like, it kept going around. It was like early 2026, February 14th, 2026. Spring 2026, like later next year. And I'm like, can you guys just use the same format? Like, fucking what? I don't know what this, like, what do you keep changing?
They're copy pasting things at that point.
You know, I think a month ago we had the Xbox IGN fan fest, and then 2 weeks after that we had the Xbox at Direct. There was like an hour-long Direct of some sort, and now we got the Xbox partner preview. I'm like, you just call this like Xbox trailer slop number 4, Xbox trailer slop number 5.
None of them ever made sense with Xbox, especially since Xbox hasn't really been making anything lately.
Yeah, I mean, like Sony calls them state of play, like state of play, fall, state of play, winter, Nintendo Direct. The Kirby Air Riders, Nintendo Direct, Indie Showcase,
the Super Mario Brothers one, or whatever, stuff like that.
Pick a branding, Xbox. Fucking stay with it. Call it the X Zone.
I feel like Phil Spencer is just saying random things and people put it as the title.
Welcome back to the X Zone. But this was the one that I like, where it's just all trailers and nothing.
Oh,
like
okay.
It's you don't have a bunch of people standing around like to come back in and say things that you didn't need to hear. It's just trailers. It's just wall-to-wall trailers. So
that's good of Xbox to do that for once.
Yep. Let's see. The game started off, or the whole thing started off with a game called Armatus. Michael, I think you're really gonna like this game. Okay, it's a post-apocalyptic kind of world full of like demons and monsters, and like these nuns. They got this guy in this armor. Kind of looks a little bit like a Kirkland brand war from.
I can see that. Yeah.
He's got a red cape. He's got a lot of shiny armor. He's going around. It's like a third person.
He's like a robot.
Third person action adventure. You got guns. You've got like a melee attacks. Got a little bit of Returnal DNA in there. And I was like, why does this seem so familiar to me? And this is why I think you specifically are going to like it. So I went and looked up the developer. And this is the developer that made your favorite game, Godfall.
Oh God, that explains a lot now. Fuck.
And then it all clicks together.
Shit.
Because it looks like generic Returnal.
Well,
at first I was wondering if it was a Hellblade London game.
The thing that made me laugh is just that they're like, well, it's a lot of random imagery put into one game because. Like you said, it started off with this like almost Bloodborne type look.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to these like nuns and stuff like praying, but then a robot guy shows up with a cape, and then they give him a gun.
Yep.
And so I'm just like, what is going on here? This is a lot of random bullshit shoved together.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of interested in it.
I mean, there's no reason why it couldn't be good.
No, there's no reason it couldn't be good. It's just a lot of clashing ideas mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious to see if that makes for at least a fun game.
We're also living in a world where there are a lot of third-person action adventure games that are just like either not good or just okay.
Yes.
And a lot of them look like this. Like
yeah, the biggest problem is everything that was animated didn't even look like it was that impressive.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
And even the character is like skinnier than I would think a main character would be.
Well, yeah, that's why I was confused. He's a robot man.
Yeah.
Like he is not. You're expecting them to have like summoned like some sort of warrior knight, and instead it's just like robot man with the hood on.
See, I don't even know if he's a robot. Like,
well, his arm is definitely cybernetic.
Yeah, he's got like one arm, but like I don't know if he's just armor with spirit in it. Like part of this is them being like, we don't even know what this guy, what this thing is. I don't know. He's got glowing eyes. I don't know.
He's got like an energy sword and glowing eyes.
I don't know.
And a gun.
Could be a robot.
It's hard to tell what the fuck's going on.
Could be a Godfall.
The way his eyes light up, and then the nun's eyes light up, and there's a lot happening.
Yep.
I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm saying I am cautious about this one.
Yeah.
Because this can go either way.
2026. Next up, we got The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu.
Interesting.
Okay, this is some kind of like 4-player online, or I think it's some kind of 4-player online like co-op thing that's... I swear to God, I thought this was a different game when I was watching this trailer. There's another game where it's like a bunch of dudes on an island with flintlocks trying to run away from monsters and shit, and I thought it was that game, and it's not. It's like... It is that game, but the monsters are all... old ones and Cthulhu related. Whenever I see a trailer of a game where there's other people in it, I'm like instantly just like, no, nah, bro, that's all right. I'm cool.
Yeah, the problem is that, it's obvious these are all like of different characters that are hanging out.
Yeah.
Although it was funny to see that like you can accidentally kill one of your people.
Right.
Also, that guy just looks like Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
I know that I'm fucking his name up, but I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure. This is also Nacon and Ace Team. Ace Team being the people that made like Xenoclash, I think.
This is one of those ones that I can go either way depending on what it is that the game's actually about that you're doing.
Yeah.
Like if it's a co-op story thing, then I'm fine with that. But if it's like a co-op, like you gotta get the thing and then do the things, like that one that we thought was kind of cool, but then it turned out to be like an MMO-y type thing. Where it was like the old-timey people going through the portal.
Nightingale?
I think it was called Nightingale. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Actually play it on.
I just know it failed miserably.
Yeah.
And then that was one of those ones that was like, this looked really cool on paper until you showed me what it actually was.
Right.
So if this just turned out to be a co-op like story the whole way through, then I'm fine with that. But if it's like you got to do your survival things, I'm like, I don't fucking care anymore.
Yep. From there, we got the announcement. Dave the Diver is on Xbox. On Xbox Game Pass, and it's like out today.
It shows that recording, they were using the handheld too, so it shows
they use the ROG Ally
that you can do it on that.
They also showed a little bit of the upcoming sequel, Dave the Diver in the Jungle, which looks like more Dave the Diver. So I'm not unhappy with that.
No, Dave the Divers was a smash hit or a surprise hit actually, not even smash hit. That I was very happy turned out well.
Yeah. Let's see. From there, we got a game called Crowsworn, which is like a kind of a 2D side-scrolling platformer. You play as a guy in like a plague mask. I watched this and I was like, oh, somebody wants to cash in on those people that finished Silk Song and didn't have anything else to play.
100%.
Like, it looks so much like...
I thought it was a Silk Song-ass thing until I realized what was going on.
Yeah, hardcore, like, platformer. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks good. Like,
yeah, and it is still an action game, too.
Yeah, I mean, 2D side-scrolling kind of platforming stuff. I think it's a Metroidvania. I don't know. There was one screen that made it seem like it might be a roguelike, but then I saw in a description it called a Metroidvania, so... I'm going to keep an eye out for this one. This is something I would be interested in checking out because I can never tell whether these are going to be real good until I get them in the hand.
Oh,
so.
Absolutely not. And it's got these little minecart sequences like Donkey Kong. Yep. This could go either way, yeah.
From there, we got Echo Generation 2. I don't know if you remember Echo Generation. It was like these voxel characters.
I vaguely remember
turn-based RPG. They were real ugly.
Yeah. Also, wasn't it like referencing a bunch of stuff at once?
I think that it was more like, I think that the first one was like an Earthbound kind of thing where you were like in the suburbs and you were kind of fighting people.
Oh, okay.
This one is a lot more like you're going through portals to weird dimensions and getting stuff. I don't know. Everybody seemed to like Echo Generation, and I was like, I find the voxel characters to be incredibly ugly, like really off-putting to look at.
I think that's kind of part of it, though, like of what they're going for.
Yeah.
It feels like it's referencing things in this one.
I think so.
Like, because that's clearly just a gremlin that is in your party.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see whether there's more to it than what I'm seeing, but it's all right.
Looks like it, yeah.
From there, we had a bit of a fake out. There was Vampire Survivors. They did a real big like CGI thing where they were showing off one of the characters from the game, and he's like in full CGI. They're like, full CGI, open world, 3D characters. None of that is in this game. They're making like a Vampire Survivors like RPG.
Oh.
It's called Vampire Crawlers, where you're kind of like in a first person going through kind of like a pixelated world, kind of Dragon Quest style. But then you can play a bunch of cards. You can get the kind of the big bonuses like you do in Vampire Survivors to get like crazy amounts of hits and stuff, like big chains going on.
Jesus, this is a lot of cards.
Yep. I am 100% down. I am ready. I am willing. I am able.
Like, I am interested enough in it because I was bad at the normal Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
So this could be up my alley.
Yeah, I liked it quite a bit, and that's coming out next year. So
nice, and it's on everything.
And it's on. Yeah, it's on everything. It's not
so
just
don't
on
worry
Xbox.
about just on Xbox.
We had a real brief moment where they showed off the car or the Aston Martin car from the 007 First Light game.
Oh, okay.
With a bunch of like machine guns that come out of it and different things, mostly just kind of like beauty shots flying around this car, which is good. I mean, you need a good car for a Bond game.
The Valhalla,
the Aston Martin Valhalla. So
it's weird that even like the James Bond games get the newer Aston Martins
right.
instead of just using older ones.
Yeah,
like fuck it.
I was enthused to see they had a very brief gameplay montage moment, and like I've been worried about the performance of this game, and that part looked real nice.
Yeah,
looked like real smooth. And
a
I was
lot
like,
of smooth explosions. Shit.
Okay, good,
so,
good job.
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm fucking 100%. I'm really holding off on the like pre-order it now just because I have such a moral stance against pre-orders, but
you say that, but then we buy the super edition to play it 2 days early for the show.
Yeah, there is that, but that's like I would.
But also, this is being made by like a dev that you really like.
Yeah, well, it's being made by a dev that I really like, who also put their force behind fucking Mind's Eye.
Yeah,
so.
The difference is they didn't. The difference is they didn't make Mind's Eye.
They also had like I'm gonna let you finish, Michael, but they had one of the worst Summer Games Fest conferences I've ever seen.
Oh no, it was terrible.
I turned it off.
It was terrible.
Like, oh my god! It was like, holy
they're not
shit.
showmen. They're good. They're good devs, but they're not good showmen or people who understand what makes a good game to give money to.
From there, we got a trailer for Roadside Research. This is a game that's already out on, I think, an early access on the PC, or it's already been announced. You play as a bunch of aliens that are running a gas station, and you have to like run it correctly, or else the Men in Black will show up and shoot everybody.
Well, what's great is that they just have a piece of paper on their face to hide themselves.
Yes,
with a facial expression on it.
Yeah, and it appears to be it's like a multiplayer. I think it's like a, I don't know, another one of these like, yeah, get your friends, do silly shit, have a good time.
Yeah, because it looks like it goes up to 4.
Yeah, and
you can make the facial expression that is on your piece of paper.
Yeah, you can draw the piece of paper that's over your face to customize the expression. So yeah, I don't know. I've seen this one a few times before, but it's coming to the Xbox stuff in early 2026.
Could be fun.
So yeah. Let's see. From there, we got a game called Total Chaos. I spent the first like minute of this trailer being like, have I played this game before? What game is this? I played this game before.
It looks almost like it, but there's a lot of dev names I haven't seen in a very long time that showed up there.
Infogrames,
yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys made a lot of Dragon Ball games over the years, which is why this is very strange to me.
This is like a first-person survival horror game that's got a lot of really interesting, funky imagery to it.
Yeah, and also Apogee is part of this too. This is interesting.
It also, I don't know, at the end they had like there's a specific guy that's working on this, and I went and looked it up. He was like a visual effects guy that worked on like Avatar movies and a few other things.
Okay.
Like he's directed some short stuff. I don't know. I mean, the visual, like the monster design and what we're seeing here in these kind of like segments of surreal horror. You've got, giant characters or things that are upside down.
Yeah,
or like,
the atmosphere is really selling itself here with its visuals.
And then it looks like a first person. You've got melee weapons, you've got guns, and monsters are trying to kill you, and you were trying to kill them back. The only thing that the only thing I would criticize is that all the environments look very kind of samey because they're all kind of washed out. So
that is the only downside to it. Well, that and it looks like it's almost like a very, very on railsy type thing.
Yeah,
which can go either way depending on your shooters.
Sure. The interesting thing about this is that this game came out the day that we're recording this.
Really?
Yeah. And it's out today. And I'm like, oh, good. I haven't had an and it's out today in a while.
Yeah, I actually might try this later.
Between this and Dave the Diver. Sam Preble. They're like a horror game by Sam Preble.
I also don't know who this musician is. Akira Yamaoka.
He does a lot of like mercenary work.
Because they put them up as if they're like super important people,
right? But, and I'm like, I don't know who this.
It feels more like they just like really wanted to be credited for it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's got some really interesting iconography, really interesting like looks to it. Looks kind of crazy.
Is it on everything right away?
Yeah. It's on Steam and PS5 as well. But I think it's on Game Pass. So
no, I figured it's on Game Pass. But I was just curious what it's on though, like type of thing.
Yeah. Let's see. From there, we got a trailer for Reanimal.
Okay, so I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Something interesting popped up. It started as a Doom 2 mod.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Trailer for Reanimal. It's funny, after we played Little Nightmares 3, I'm like,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is what the
original devs made. Yeah.
Team that busted off, that they were the ones who did this. And
people said we were kind of hard on Little Nightmares 3, and I say we weren't hard enough. Just saying.
I don't know. This looks like it's I don't know. This is also two little motherfuckers trying to like survive in a world full of weird bullshit.
Yeah, but the iconography in this is already a little more horrifying than what we saw in the other one.
Yeah. I mean, the characters aren't wearing like specific weird masks, so I don't know. It's a trailer that leads much more into the spookiness. Okay, here's what it is. Sorry, I just got my brain together. Whenever I watched a trailer for Little Nightmares 3, I feel like the trailer in Little Nightmares 3 was like, this is really scary, right? And I was like, not really.
They did really want you to think it was super scary.
Like, what? There's a big weird dude. And I'm like, well, okay.
Isn't that scary? Boo.
Whereas the stuff in here was very creepy shit in the shadows, like you weren't seeing it.
It downplays it actually. Like it's just it leaves you in the moment.
Yeah.
It never focuses really on the things that are creepy about it the way the other ones do. Like, and even the stuff that is creepier in it, you just feel like it's just part of what you're looking at.
Yeah.
So it sells itself better in that way.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, like, it's
and I'm not doing it to glaze them because they're the original devs. I just think they seem to have a better, whoever's there on their marketing has a better way of like showing off things without showing too much, and so it actually makes you more interested in wanting to see what freaky shit is in it.
Yeah.
Whereas I felt like we knew most of the scary things from Part 3, Little Nightmares 3.
Well, Little Nightmares 3 was so over, like they showed it to us way too much.
Exactly.
Like too many trailers, too many. We had a whole showcase we talked about.
Yeah, exactly.
And it kept showing the carnival level over and over and over and over and over.
There was
again.
no surprises for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah,
and a lot of people agreed. So we'll see if Reanimal avoids that.
Yep, February of next year. Let's see.
There's a demo apparently.
Oh yeah, they put there. I think there was a demo before, and then they put it on the. Because it's on the console now.
Maybe it's a Game Pass thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's just on all of Xbox.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes sense.
Let's see. From there, we got a game called Erosion. This is a new kind of announcement. It's kind of a weird cyber futuristic Western where you play as like kind of a cowboy guy, and these people take your kid and they go into like a weird crack in the wall. I don't know what it is. And then it's like, oh, the god of death has agreed to send you back to try to get your revenge. And so you're able to, it looks like it's kind of an isometric shooter. Everything has this voxel look to it, where it's all constructed of like cubes, in a way that mimics like a specific style of pixel art that I've seen before.
Well, it's trying to be like an old Nintendo like look at times from certain angles. Like it's mimicking the way an 8-bit, or not even 8-bit, like a.
It's more like Atari 2600, like the way that the one pixel
that,
stick arms,
and also some of the ones from like early Super Nintendo games that were like more detailed but not super detailed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the Terminator 2 Super Nintendo game is a good example of that. It had that sort of weird look to it.
I can see what you're talking about.
Like that's what it reminds me of a lot.
The kind of the hook here is that you're, I don't know. They go through this entire trailer, and then at the very end they say it. Every time you die, 10 years goes by.
Interesting.
And so at the end, they show like the guy rescuing his daughter, and like they're a kid, they're an adult, they're an old woman who dies right in front of them.
Jesus Christ!
Like,
so you have to like really keep yourself from dying.
Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. Got to be honest,
it's probably a play multiple times type game.
Maybe
it's like a Majora's Mask idea.
Possibly. I will say that. I know that's what I said during Echo Generation 2, but like I get that this game is ugly as shit, and like I don't want to play it. Like it doesn't look like I feel like it grates on my eyeballs when I look at what you would look at playing the game.
It actually doesn't grate as much as the Echo Generation, because the problem with the Echo Generations one is that it was too detailed at the same time, so it's really fucking with my brain.
Yeah.
Where this is like, to me, is just kind of right of what you should do with this.
Yeah.
Where you get a little detail with it, but you don't like overly do it. So it feels more like if you took a retro game and 3D made it look like a 3D thing.
Maybe.
So it works a little better because of that reason.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to say you should absolutely play it. That's more just like, if you think it looks good, then you should play it. If not, don't worry about it.
I'm kind of interested in the concept. I'd like to kind of know a little bit more about it. But again, it's real. It clangs on my particular sensibilities. I don't like.
No,
I always think it looks really rough and kind of bad.
Yeah.
So. Even though there's some really good animation, they use some like kind of squashy, stretchy stuff in there that looks really good. So, from there we got a trailer for this was such a weird one. Game called Zoo Punk, and it's like a 3D game where you play as like a rabbit man in like the future. The guy's got like head of a rabbit, but he's wearing like a trench coat. He's got like fucking cyber sticks. He's beating people up. And the kind of the trailer goes on, and he gets kind of ambushed, and then looks like everybody in this world is like animal people.
So they're like anthropomorphic animal people
attacked by a deer man, and then the deer man takes the thing he's got, and then he has to fight some guys. And then eventually, like, his team shows up, and they're also a bunch of animals. There's some more animals, and so you got animals and you got robots, and you're fighting them. And yeah, I was like, oh well, this doesn't look too bad. Like, this looks pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
and then I went and I looked it up, and I was like, is this made by the company that made that other rabbit game,
The one with the arm?
Fist Forged in Torch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh my god.
So I don't know what these guys like have with, and they haven't made another game between the two. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. These are two completely different games, but at the same time, they both involve rabbits.
they both have a rabbit protagonist, and I'm like, I don't know what the thing is about the rabbit protagonist with you guys, but like, okay,
sure, I guess. Yeah.
Because I don't know. Everything I've seen about this, it looks pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know. This is one I'd be interested in giving a shot. I also really like that Fist.
That game was a lot of fun. I actually really like that one too.
I almost beat it. I got all the way to the end, and then I kind of dropped off with some challenges that were in there because all the like animation, the character models and stuff, they all look really nice in this trailer. So, I would be interested to see what they do in their sophomore effort. So
yeah, no, because it feels like that difference between going from like Helldivers 1 to Helldivers 2, you know what I mean? Like where it's like they're two completely different styles of game. Yeah. But they still seem to have like very similar DNA within them, although Helldivers is an actual sequel.
Sure.
Although this would be really funny if this was a sequel to Fist. But but like it feels like that sort of like difference between like jumping and
maybe it is
like things.
Maybe it is a direct sequel, and that's why the guy's a rabbit. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Maybe he grew an arm back. Who knows?
Let's see. Clover Pit. They're putting Clover Pit on the Xbox.
Oh, okay.
This is the slot machine in hell game that's kind of like Balatro, where you have to buy stuff to try to get multiple multipliers because you have a quota of like money to hit every day and a certain number of spins, and if you don't get it, you die in hell. So they're putting that on the Xbox. And that's another it's out today thing, which of course it is. I mean, like, you shouldn't have to wait for that shit.
All I know is slot machines in hell. Aren't you supposed to win those at all times? Why should I believe you? You're Hitler.
Well, I think this one, it's like if you lose, you go to hell.
That makes more sense.
It's like purgatory. So from there, Michael, I was trying to shield you from this. I don't think you may or may not have seen this.
Apparently I didn't, whatever it is.
So the weirdest thing in the world happened. All right. You know that IO has been doing elusive targets for Hitman. Don't you try to look and see what it is?
No, I'm looking at you, so I don't see what it is. I'm looking directly at you, so I don't see what it is. Did you want me to look at it?
Wait. They started already. So I was watching this. The IO logo comes up, and then I'm like, oh, so the last two elusive targets that Hitman has put in have been Bruce Lee and Le Chiffre from Casino Royale.
Yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, because I forgot the actual character's name. I immediately thought of Mads Mikkelsen.
I couldn't fucking believe it. It's fucking Eminem.
Of course, it's Eminem,
and it's not just Eminem. Agent 47 is teaming up with Eminem to kill Slim Shady, and I'm like, what? What the fuck does that mean? It's like Slim Shady has become an actual entity, and now Eminem has hired Agent 47 to kill Slim Shady, I guess.
Here's the thing I will say about this, Jeff. This isn't even the weirdest thing I've seen Eminem team up with in his life. Although I love seeing them making spaghetti. Yep. That's a great fucking thing. Yep. Because the man is teamed up with the Punisher against Barracuda.
Sure.
He has been in Fortnite. Yep. This makes sense to me.
Okay. Well, I just don't know.
I don't know what else to say. The Slim Shady thing is really what makes it really fucking weird.
Yeah, of all the crossovers in the world to have, the fucking... Okay, I get, like, they've had guests, like, popular or, like, famous people in Hitman, right? Yeah. It's just the idea that you were teaming up with actual Eminem, and it's like, okay, well, even that, I'm like, okay. But then to kill the other Eminem.
Well, that's the thing, because the Bruce Lee one is you team up with Bruce Lee to kill a specific target, right? But you're not killing evil Bruce Lee or something, right? This is you're killing like you're killing the concept of Slim Shady. Yes, the real Slim Shady, I guess. Yeah. Please stand up to shoot you in the face. Yep. Because what the fuck?
And like the thing is,
what the fuck are we doing here?
I'm interested in it, but they keep making these elusive targets, and I'm like, fuck off. Like, I want to be able to explore these levels as much as I want to, okay? Listen, if I want to kill Gary Busey a whole bunch of times, I want to be able to kill Gary Busey a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, the problem with these is that, like, if you fuck up, you got to wait, like, the next day or whatever.
Yeah.
Although some people say if you think you're about to fuck up, if you, like, try to, like, close everything or something before it autosaves, you can try it again.
Yep.
Although that depends on if you're, like, how easily you can do that on whatever you're playing it on.
All right,
but that's fucking batshit insane. But try to get some spaghetti to murder him, I assume. So.
We got two more. Briefly, Tides of Annihilation is something that we've seen at a previous Sony event.
Yeah, this is that weird Knights thing,
King Arthur-ish type of thing. What they show here is just a big-ass boss battle, and it looks like a pretty cool boss battle. Although, of course, it
looks like it's an extension of that thing we saw from the Sony thing.
Maybe.
Because that was the lady they talked to or whatever.
Yeah. I'm starting to become a little worried anytime a game has like a health bar and then a yellow bar right below the health bar, because I'm like, oh, is this a Sekiro?
I'm hoping it's not like a magic meter though, because it doesn't look like it's going down when they attack.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one point where they end up doing like a kind of a super attack. Like it's very impressive. There's like a lot of.
Oh wait, no, there's still a stamina bar, but the blue one is the stamina bar.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Like, it's very nicely animated. There's a lot of shit going on. I'll definitely be interested in trying it out.
Yeah, it looks like an interesting time depending on how it plays. Because we, again, as you mentioned, we've run into instances where people copy something we don't want them to copy,
right?
Instead of the action game we would rather them do.
Yep. So yeah, it looks pretty good.
Because sometimes people just like that it was hard. No.
Right.
It's not what it was. I need you to stop thinking that.
But yeah, again, that's coming into lots of different stuff. So, and then to finish, this was very weird. It was like there was a game that came out in 2020 called Raji.
That sounds like vaguely familiar.
Kind of an Indian-themed action game where you're playing as like this lady and you're kind of doing, I think it's like a kind of isometric style game.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
This is the sequel. It's called Raji Kali Yuga.
Oh.
And it appears to be, I don't know, this is obviously just like a teaser. There's no actual...
it's like showing off the world more than anything else.
Yeah, there's no actual like gameplay in here, but I'm assuming that it's not going to be isometric, that it might be more of a traditional kind of third-person action game.
It really depends. That's the thing, is we don't know what happens with sequels sometimes that way.
Yeah.
Because we've seen instances where the sequel is exactly the same, but we've seen instances, as I mentioned before with the Helldivers thing, where it's a completely different like form of the game.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
This could be interesting.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't play the first one because I was like, well, everybody seems to like it, but this just isn't my sort of game. So
no, it wasn't really mine either. But I'm glad that there's a lot of people are able to make their own type of action game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's it. That's the Xbox partner preview.
That was a solid preview. You weren't kidding.
I mean, like I actually, as we go through it a second time, what I realized is that the reason it was a solid preview is because they didn't try to just put Xbox games on.
Well, it's supposed to be the partner one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is the thing. Some of their names do make sense, like the partner preview ones, except the last time they did a partner preview, it was what you said, where they had like the person going, whoa, I made this game because of my father and how much he loved, like, angels or whatever. You're like, I don't fucking care about any of this.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. There's some interesting stuff in there. I mean, like some of the stuff I already knew, 007 and Dave the Diver, I'm all on board with that. Anything from Ponkel, I'll try out.
Yeah, there's some solid stuff in here. I'm
Zoo-Punk, Reanimal.
Look into Total Chaos, especially finding out it used to be like a Doom mod. Yeah. Meaning it's probably more of a straight action game than I thought.
Armatus, that's the game for you.
Yeah, but that's not out yet, so...
Sorry.
And maybe has Slim Shady in it. We don't know.
Yeah.
That man will do anything, apparently.
Is this the beginning of when Slim Shady is in every single video game? Like,
I felt like that was starting to happen, then it stopped, and then I think it's starting to happen again.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's in Fortnite, right? But
yeah, he's in Fortnite.
Everybody's in Fortnite, so...
Yeah, I think they're adding some stuff to it. I don't know if you have any news about that.
I do.
But I know that's coming up eventually.
Yep. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we've got way more news left to go, so stick around. We'll see you in just a minute. And we're back. And we've got so much news left, Michael.
The newsiest news.
I even cut like maybe a third of the stories that I had, and we still have a lot of stories. So,
oh Jesus!
So let's get going.
Hugh Lewis is busy.
The Game Awards, Game of the Year 2025 Game Awards nominees were announced.
The Game Awards is back, guys.
Yep.
And it's just as annoying as ever.
And it's like, oh, people are mad, and I'm like, why? It's always like this. Like last year, it was the question of like, oh, there's all these sequel. Like, what was the year where Resident Evil 4 was out last year?
Resident
The year
Evil 4
before
remake was on there.
Resident Evil 4 remake, and then people are like, what? That's not a fucking thing. Like,
that was the only one that was like iffy, but it was like really, really good year that year.
What was
which is the reason people were so annoyed.
Last
at the
year,
time.
the thing with the fighting games, right?
Well, yeah, because they
put,
was that
like,
last year when they did Shifu as a fighting game.
Oh,
you remember when that happened?
Been a few years back. I thought it was another one last year, but anyway.
I think it was when they put the Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Oh, okay.
Was that one, which has happened twice-fold now.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go down a couple of them. Game of the Year is Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Those are all very solid choices, though.
Yeah, I do think though that it does say a lot about like this year that like both Silk Song and Hades 2 are both in the like Game of the Year contention. This kind of says like what last year
year was real weird
because
it was Balatro
like,
in a DLC,
right,
which is what caused issues that time.
I'm going to tell you right now, Michael. I'm a little miffed, but I'm miffed because I feel like I'm the only person out here. I'm the only person in the world. People are mad that like Arc Raiders isn't in certain places. People are mad. Larian put out a tweet where they were like, Baldur's Gate 3 was on there for best continuing support, and Larian Studios was like
we stopped.
Was like, well, thanks. That's real nice or whatever. And then like the Larian developer account was like, I mean, like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, come on. Like, hey, you don't have to keep giving us awards, for God's sake.
It's
like,
true.
I know Jeff Keighley likes us, but, Michael, Indiana fucking Jones should be on this fucking list. That game was not in contention last year because it came out after the Game Awards, so it should be in the group of games for this year's consideration. Like,
well, yeah, because it's in a few other spots.
Yeah,
and I just realized that Ghost of Yotei got kind of shafted too.
Yep, Troy Baker is in it for best performance from Indiana Jones, but yeah. A lot of these are
because Indiana Jones is somewhere in there, right? Outside of the voice thing.
I think it's just Troy Baker. Oh no, wait, there was maybe one more.
I could have sworn it was like action adventure or something like
best
that.
Best narrative. Let's see, Clair Obscur. Clair Obscur is in everything, and like,
which is well deserved, to be honest.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I fucking love Clair Obscur. I just, it's like, I don't know, spread it out a little bit. Also, it's weird. Okay, here's another weird one: Split Fiction in Best Multiplayer. And like, just to tell you, the other games in Best Multiplayer are Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, and Peak.
Yeah, those are very, very multiplayer.
And It Takes Two was Game of the Year.
It was.
Just straight Game of the Year. Just straight Game of the Year category. Not Best Multiplayer game, but like just Game of the Year.
That is baffling. I didn't think about that.
That's pretty much the same thing. So we also had, there's one, the developer that made Megabonk. Megabonk was nominated for Best Debut Indie Game. Two things here. One, Expedition 33 is also in that category, and we've got a real Dave the Diver thing where it's like,
yeah, I was about to say,
this isn't an indie game. This is like a real studio. Like, this isn't two guys in a garage.
Like Dispatch, I'm willing to forgive, considering.
Yeah,
but like those other two, yeah, I don't think you need to. It's not really a debut.
So Megabonk is in here. And the guy that made Megabonk is a total mystery. He's like the guy that made Balatro, where he's like under a pseudonym, right? Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows what's going on. And he emailed them and he was like, actually, I made 2 other video games, but I made them under different names and different companies.
Oh.
So take me off this list. And they were like, okay. So they did.
Interesting.
But he didn't identify which other games he
That's
made.
Fascinating.
He's just like, I'm not going to tell you who I am, but no, you just take me off that list.
That's kind of funny.
So, Oh yeah, Indiana Jones is in the best action adventure game. I think that motherfucker should be up there in Game of the Year. That was a fucking.
It was a very good game.
Such a good game.
It was a super good game.
Action adventure. It was a new Indiana Jones thing. I thought the ending was a little tiny bit weak, but like.
Well, it's a very Indiana Jones ending though, because a lot of those Indiana Jones games, or not games, just in general endings are like, well, I guess that happened.
Yeah. Best role playing game has both Avowed and Outer Worlds 2 in it. So Obsidian really cleaning up this year.
Yeah. They're playing both sides.
Best fighting game, like you said, is Capcom Fighting Collection 2, well as the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which is universally
despised, actually.
Despised, and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo is like a re-release of Virtua Fighter 5.
And so the only game in this list actually that is a full release game is Fatal Fury.
Yeah.
Because 2 Cross KO is in beta.
Out. Yeah.
It's in beta right now.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop Multiverses from winning, and we all know what happened to them.
I also think that this best action game category, like Doom the Dark Ages and Shinobi Art of Vengeance are both in there, and I'm like, are you really telling me that there weren't better like action games this year for you to put in here?
It's very strange.
I thought, okay, best role play, or wait, okay, I made a mistake there. Monster Hunter Wilds is in best role-playing game. I don't know how I feel about that. That doesn't really seem to gel with...
I kind of get it, but it doesn't make as much sense as the others.
Yeah.
Because there's not as much role-playing in it.
Let's see. Yeah. And I mean, there's some other stuff in here.
Best adaptation is the one that's really weird to me.
Yeah, that is the weird one. That's the one we'll talk about a little bit more, because best adaptation, this is like an adaptation of a game to a thing. It's a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell, Death Watch, Last of Us, and Until Dawn. And people are like, where is Sonic 3?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Sonic 3?
Because if Indiana Jones was able to make the cutoff because of what they've did, why did Sonic 3 not?
Right.
Kind of thing. Because Sonic 3 would have won that immediately.
Yeah. And like, I don't know,
maybe that's why they did it. Or maybe they hate people were joking that Jeff Keighley just hates Sonic. I just think that would be really funny.
Wasn't Sonic in one of the other ones? Didn't they have another one that had Sonic in there?
Oh, I don't remember if one of the Game Awards did the Sonic one, but there's a lot of weird snubs in there.
Yeah.
But Sonic 3 being one is very strange.
I don't know. Also, if I'm not mistaken, there's not a player's choice, or I guess that comes later. It
usually comes later, like towards the end, yeah.
Anyway,
or closer to the.
This is just your friendly reminder. All this means nothing. None of this means anything. It's just a way to put trailers in your face. I appreciate that part.
Yeah, this isn't the Oscars, guys.
Yeah.
If you guys, for you people who don't remember, the Game Awards started as a Spike TV thing.
Sure.
So don't take it too seriously.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a weird storm in a teacup controversy about Arc Raiders not being nominated for like Game of the Year, and I'm like, man,
part of it was this one guy though.
I don't. Well, but even so, I'm like, that's a pure multiplayer, like that thing. Arc Raiders
would never need a Game of the Year.
I think Arc Raiders is doing very well, and when we played it, we had fun with it. I was like, oh, this seems like a fun game. I get what you're going for. Yada, yada, yada. It's been interesting in a social way to see people aren't actually killing each other as much as we thought in the beginning. But, like, come on, guys. Like,
not Game of the Year.
not
a Game of the Year game, guys. That's just not how this was. That's
not even nominated.
No.
Not even nominated. That doesn't make any sense.
Look, if this game came out last year and ended up on there instead of taking the DLC thing that they did for Elden Ring, that would make sense because nothing really happened last year.
It's so weird because when I look at the Game of the Year section, to me it's either Kingdom Come Deliverance or Clair Obscur. Like, Silk Song's too small. Hades 2's writing was way worse than the first one. Death Stranding 2 was okay, but not as good as Death Stranding 1, IMHO.
No, story-wise, it wasn't.
And Donkey Kong Bonanza is like an interesting game, but it's like...
It depends on who you ask about Donkey Kong, because there are people who are like, that is their Game of the Year, but that's because they had... Because that game has a lot going for it.
Yeah.
That's just not something you would notice unless you were really into Donkey Kong.
I guess.
Type thing. And also, like, seeing the weird technical feats they did in that game. But the problem, again, comes from the fact that I don't know that many people with the Switch 2. So I don't know a lot of people who actually did play the game all the way through.
I think if everybody bought a Switch 2, I just don't think that Donkey Kong would be like as popular as people. I think the people that like Donkey Kong really like Donkey Kong.
No, they do.
It's like Sonic, where they're like, everybody loves Donkey Kong, and I'm like, no, I know like two people who like Donkey Kong.
It did help, like critics wise, it did really, really well.
I mean, It did okay.
It's like a 91 Metacritic score. That's not okay. That's really good.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I bet you Claire isn't even at 91.
Does it have a 91?
Last I checked, it was.
Okay, let's take a look. I'm curious. I just want to know. I'm not trying to put you on blast. Bonanza. 91.
Boom.
All right.
Done.
There you go.
Look up Claire Obscures now.
I mean, I know it's less. I know it's less. Yeah, 92.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 92.
Even better. Why are we fighting over two really good games is all I'm saying.
The thing is, I don't think Bonanza's a very good game. I don't understand what people see in it. Like,
I understand what people see in it.
It's Red Faction with a gorilla. like,
I don't think it's Red Faction.
You end up with all these huge levels that just look like Swiss cheese, ugly as shit.
Yeah, because you can punch them to death.
Yeah. Okay. I like my art. I like my art a little bit more cohesive.
I like the ability to punch all levels.
Yeah.
Also, it's got a great ending, apparently.
Anyway, that was the Game Awards. Let's see. Switching gears. Okay, so we're going back to the Subnautica 2 thing.
What do they do now?
So... there was a lot of, the guys that got fired, they took a lot of documents with them.
That's right, yes.
One of the things that they put out was an email chain that was basically like going back and forth where they were saying, here, I'll just quote this chain back and forth. I had a phone call a little while ago. This is from the Crafton representatives. I had a phone call a little while ago. This time they're asking for $75 million for themselves and $40 million for the team members. They say they won't do it unless we negotiate the packages of the teams together. And the reply is the bucket for the team members are thinking at present is $10 million. And the same person says it might just be easier to take over. And the next person says set a date and send a letter if you need to send it in advance. And this all seems to indicate, like, through this stuff that it's like they didn't want to pay $250 million signing.
That's all they're saying.
And they were like, we should just take over because we can't figure out, because they apparently were trying to negotiate them and lowball them. But that's not actually the thing that's the most damning.
It is pretty damning, though.
It's pretty damning. Apparently, another part of this is that one of the executives was like asking ChatGPT how to get around this. They were literally asking ChatGPT how to not have to pay the people. And then ChatGPT, of course, was saying like, actually, no, they said that ChatGPT was literally like, I don't think you can get out of this contract.
You fucked up here, bro. You overpromised some shit that they're going for.
But then Crafton replied and they said, no, this claim is simply a distraction from their efforts to destroy evidence, blah, 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 blah. And yes, that's not right. We didn't do it. But the problem is that this, like, last week, they actually had like depositions. So one of these guys was under oath and was asked specifically, did you use ChatGPT? And he was like, yes, I did. Here's the quote from that. I started discussing the matter with various teams within the company to figure out what we could do. Oh, wait, that's not it. So I talked to the legal team, the finance team, and the corporate team, and the PR, all these various teams. And I also actually searched on ChatGPT to get faster answers to figure out what kind of rights we have.
Look, Jeff, he was saying you can't handle the truth because ChatGPT doesn't know what the truth is.
When asked why he would consult with this is a PC Gamer article. When asked why he would consult with ChatGPT on a matter like this, Kim said, I think just like everyone else, I am using ChatGPT to get faster answers and responses, just like a Google search. Michael, are people using ChatGPT instead of a Google search?
Yes, they are.
That's not a Google search.
I have been in front of a person who has done that.
That's not a Google search.
Where I was like, hey, they were stuck on a puzzle on something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, so you just Google it. And they pulled their phone out and they're like, hey, whatever AI, I don't even know which AI it was. Like, what is the answer to the puzzle and whatever level it was? And then it's just like, it's this. And I'm like, you could have just Googled it. And then they did it for every question because it was like one of those like trivia ones where you have to answer them to get whatever the item is.
Right.
And I was like, if you Googled it, you would have just had the list in front of you.
Yeah.
Instead, you AI questioned it over it. They did it like 4 times.
In further questioning.
And I'm like, I'm just going to go.
In further questioning, they asked him, because they apparently deleted all of their ChatGPT logs. And they were like, Well, why did you do that? That seems like it could have been evidence. You're not supposed to delete. Like when a lawsuit is going on, you're not supposed to start shredding. Like you don't have to wait for that. You're supposed to stop and wait to see what happens. And the response that he gave, quote, "What I learned is that from OpenAI is that if you use certain important information concerning your company, that type of information can be used by OpenAI for learning purposes." Yes.
Yeah, it's already too late though.
Are you kidding me with this? Like this is the CEO of Crafton. This is the CEO of Crafton going like, "Hey Siri, how do I get out of the $250 million that I like?" What? You're the CEO. Like,
it's just all it does is prove something we've all been saying for a long time.
They're fucking idiots who don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, the people on top don't actually earn their way up there a lot of the times. They just sort of schmooze their way into different places that eventually make them a CEO of something.
Yeah.
Because this is the stupidest thing I've heard in a while.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Like, what's some easy healthy meals I can make to lose some weight? Okay. But like, don't ever ask these fuckers about like important shit.
Yeah,
where should I do with my retirement money? Like,
well, it's not even that. It's the equivalent of a supervillain asking ChatGPT for help. Yeah. It's like if Lex Luthor was like, "Hey, ChatGPT, how do I kill Superman?"
Right.
And then they're like, "Hey, did you use ChatGPT to ask it to kill Superman?" Well, I use ChatGPT for a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I also deleted the logs because of learning purposes. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. This is so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird, and I'm just like, but why? But why? Like
it's so stupid.
Like he said earlier that he consulted his legal department. Let the lawyers you pay answer these questions. Like,
and they will keep their mouth shut.
I know it will take some time, but like ChatGPT is famously hallucinated law that doesn't exist.
Yes.
Like there are numerous instances of this.
For all we know, it told him exactly how to do it. And he did it, and then now he's being sued because ChatGPT was like, "Nobody's going to sue you for what you're going to do.
Yeah,
it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it."
But we're not done yet. We got a lot of AI.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Yeah. That's all from Crafton. It's back in court. Whatever. It doesn't look good for Crafton. All this puts a lot of weight on the scale of like, oh, you guys were pieces of shit. Like you didn't care about the quality of the game. You didn't care about any of the stuff you said you cared about. You just didn't want to pay.
You did. Yeah. We all knew it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what's worse is we all fucking knew it.
Yeah. I mean, I was leaning in that direction, but I didn't know. But this is like a lot more weight on that side.
Exactly.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 came out, and apparently like a shitload of the like the little player like cards that come up.
Yeah, they're all like super AI apparently.
Are incredible AI. Like so many of them are AI.
I was watching a YouTube video where they showed a bunch of them and they looked awful.
A lot of them look like they're specifically using the Ghibli filter.
Yes.
Like that they are specifically like using the Studio Ghibli, like make it look like Studio Ghibli filter.
Like when they said this, when I said it said like a Call of Duty thing, and then I saw this picture, I'm like, well, clearly this is like an ad for something that's not Call of Duty.
No.
And then I realized, oh no, this is Call of Duty shit
inside the game.
And it looks stupid because none of them make any sense.
Yep. Well, they're all medieval fantasy. I don't know if that's a thing that they normally do. They're like...
not that I know of.
You have to, like, goals that you get, then you get a player card that unlocks, and I mean, like, some of this is a matter of scale. This is one of the most rich companies that got bought by one of, like, probably the richest company, and they create this yearly franchise that sells unbelievable amounts. Are you really telling me? I know how cheap artists are. I know from a corporate perspective how much money they have to throw around, and I know how cheap actual artists will work for.
Yeah.
Like, this is a level of savings that is ridiculous. It's like...
It's really bad. I also heard about another thing. I don't know if it was AI related or if it was just that they blatantly ripped a scene from a movie and they used it in their one of their cutscenes.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
I found, I was online and somebody, because it was under the same story, I think, on Reddit, and somebody said that they found a clip from Battle for Los Angeles, I think was the name of it. It was one of those like alien invasion movies.
Right.
And there's a scene of like a tank driving past these cars, and somebody just went, that's just the scene from that movie.
Yeah.
Because it has the letters EXT on the tank.
Oh.
And that's not like, it's not a thing. That's not like a real life thing.
Yeah.
Because some people are like, well, that's a real tank. They're like, yeah, but there's no such thing as a company named EXT that sells these tanks or anything.
Sure.
That's clearly like this, like almost like moved as a different angle.
Right.
With like a shader over it.
Yep.
It's just so it's just they half-assed everything.
Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I don't know. I mean, part of it, I cut the story, but like, I don't know if you know this, the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 single-player campaign is always online.
Yes, you
It
can.
is made to be played with 4 players. You cannot play it with bots. You cannot pause. And if you leave it idle for too long, you'll just be exited. And it doesn't have checkpoints. It doesn't have checkpoints. So you got to start over from like a while back. Like I think it checkpoints when you finish a mission.
It's pretty stupid.
And it's like, there's like literally things in missions where they're like, plant 4 C4 charges on these objectives that are way far apart from each other. And so if you have a team, it makes sense. But if you're one person, you just got to fucking go. Like Jason and I were playing it. We got to the end of part 2 and I was like, is this shit? This seems like it's shit to me. Like
everyone
bad.
hates Call of Duty. I saw a meme I haven't seen in a long time, which is the one where it's like somebody broke into my car and they left a copy of Black Ops 7.
Right.
You all need to be careful.
Yeah.
Because it happened with Anthem. That was the last time I saw that.
It's like they talk about Metacritic. It's got like an 80 critic score, like a 1.9
it's real
user
bad.
Score on Metacritic.
It's
like,
and apparently the sales are like down 60% or something.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Like physically or something.
It
It's
seems
real bad.
Completely half-assed and fucked up. So
yeah, I've never seen like this is the worst Call of Duty's done in a long time.
Yeah.
Which is great for Battlefield.
Let's see. Speaking of AI, there was an interview with one of the former director of Square Enix, this guy named Jacob Navok, and he was asked about AI, and he basically said like, yeah, well, here's the quote. Gen Z loves AI slop, does not care. The upcoming generation of gamers are Bane and Dark Knight Rises saying, you merely adopted the slop, I was born in it. And like,
he's not wrong.
He's saying that Activision used a bunch of AI in Call of Duty 7, and it's not like they're going to go out of business. The current Roblox, I don't know anything about Roblox. Arc Raiders used AI for voices.
It did. And apparently a lot of people were upset about some of the AI stuff in it.
I didn't know that. I find that to be less objectionable. What if it just barks and stuff? Like if your main exposition is still a person, right? There's also a game on Roblox called Steal a Brain Rot that is like the most popular game on Roblox right now, and it has a lot of like AI generated shit in it.
I'm also not surprised by this.
So I didn't look it up. I don't really know, but I don't know. I mean, here's the thing we've seen for a long time with, remember how, like, I remember when my Modern Warfare 2 came out and everybody was going to boycott because they didn't have dedicated servers.
Yeah.
And then they didn't. And then it was the most popular Call of Duty that ever existed. And then everybody played the shit out of it. Like,
my favorite was when a bunch of the people that said they were going to boycott it showed up on Steam being the ones that played it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were the funniest ones.
I don't know. At this point, it seems like, I don't know, maybe they'll overplay their hand and these games, like all these beloved franchises will just start getting shittier and shittier until we're all just like, well, I'll just go play Claire Obscure, right? Like the indie developers are putting out better products than you are, and
they're already seeing a lot, and they're already feeling the backlash pricing from people that for the AI, because here's the thing about Gen Z, a lot of them don't have money at the moment.
Yeah. Because
one, the job market's not super great.
Sure.
And two, when you're younger, a lot of times you don't have that money, that sort of disposable income anyways, that's like above $40, $50.
Yeah.
Where all of the people who do have that at the moment are closer to my age in their 30s who definitely don't fucking give a shit about AI. So
yeah.
That's why we've already seeing some good backlash on it.
Yep.
So all that's because Roblox is made for like 12-year-olds. So
yep.
They're only doing it because they have their parents' money.
We'll see. I mean, the thing is that there's been so much axing in the video game industry, and so many of these teams, I'm sure, are trying to like get together to make their. We've a number of stories of people that got fired and then got together to do their dream project. Yeah. Dispatch is that and so we will see, I guess, if like they fire 60% of the staff and those 60% go off to make like an actual game made by people, and they just replace all the stuff they were making with AI slop, and we're just like, well, I don't want to play that. Like, regardless of the ethics or morality of AI, it's just worse.
Yes.
Like, it looks bad, it sounds bad, it feels bad, and I don't want to play it. Like
I was talking to somebody about AI, and the fact is one of the biggest problems with AI is that it grew super fast, and people are not testing it in a way that makes it actually viable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a Dragon Ball fucking reference to this. it's when Frieza turns gold and they go straight to Earth to try to kill them.
Sure.
He didn't fucking work on his damn form first to make it last, to actually make it usable.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. They were like, we did it. So now we'll fire everyone, not understanding that that's what's gonna happen.
Funny, I've got another example that may be interesting. I don't know if you know this, Michael, but Windows 11 is trying to... I'm waiting to close this window because the headline on this shit is unbelievable.
Okay.
Windows 11 is looking to incorporate an AI like assistant, like the Microsoft Copilot, into the operating system that can access the programs on your computer to do stuff. Because right now, AI can tell you to do stuff, but that's not like, if I don't need people to tell me to do stuff. I want to be like, computer, make me a dentist appointment and have it be able to do that, right? Yeah. Well, the only way you can do that is you have to start giving it access to things like, your contact list and your credit card and other things on your computer that can be done. Currently, Microsoft is in a beta period where they're rolling out like their idea of this. It's like in a sandbox, so it's not your whole computer or whatever. But they have this big line of caveats. And one of them is like, this could actually install malware on your computer. Like if you were like, there's a lot of ways that if you're not being careful, you could accidentally give this thing that has access to do changes to your computer a command that would end up like, think about if you were like, you can make your computer 30% faster with the Copilot. Just open up this window, hit the copy button on this code block, and then put it in there. And it's an optimization for AI. It's going to speed up. And like, it's got a code block, and then it's also got a bunch of white text below that. Yeah. That's like, open a PowerShell and install the backdoor and wait for 30 minutes to do that until they're walked away from their computer. Like, there's just a lot of ways that this could go wrong. And
that's like,
why are you doing it this?
That's a baseline thing. Cause the other thing about AI is that if you give it this is the thing that keeps coming up, is that if you give AI, the current AI at least, a command, it's like fucking war games. Yeah. Basically, or it's when you do, hey, I'm gonna play the way the movie ends, where it says like, well, I'm just not going to play it because there's no way to win, type of thing.
Sure.
It makes decisions like that, like very extreme decisions. Yeah. Because of the fact, like, my favorite example outside of that, because this is a real example, is that they get an AI and they said, play Tetris for as long as you can without dying, and so it paused the game because it was like, well, the long way you can stay the longest is just don't fucking play the goddamn game. Yeah. And so you're gonna tell the computer like, hey, I want you to make sure that my computer just never fucks up. Great, it's dead now. Yeah. Because it works. You never have to worry about it now. It's just dead. Yeah. Just fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, again,
stop trusting AI with this shit.
Again, I grew up in an era where there was so much of like, here's the future. It's on Star Trek. You can ask the computer to do stuff. You got all kinds of, you have fucking replicants and like fucking robot maids and shit. Like, I'm not opposed all the way to this, but the idea that we were going to go from like, hey, we got it working a little bit, and they're like, that's it, burn it all down and make it all from this, and it's like, but it only works 10% of the time. They're like, we'll figure it out later. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's gonna do everything now for me. And the worst part is that, like, kids fuck with these computers all the time. Yep. Imagine a kid, I don't think the AI would go this far, but imagine a kid's like, hey, AI, find me a way of getting free V-Bucks. Right. And of course it's gonna install every fucking malware program that claims it's gonna give you 1,000 V-Bucks for free per hour or some bullshit. Yeah. Because AI is stupid.
Yep.
This is how Skynet happens, guys. It's not through smarts; it's through stupidity.
So let's do a little bit of a reversal. You remember that big Bungie marathon CG movie that they made?
Yeah,
that was like from the people that did that Love, Death, and Robots segment. It was like 10, 15 minutes long. It was like about different characters. It's really cool looking game. I don't want to play it, but like it was a cool looking movie.
Yeah, it was nice looking.
So apparently the guy, the director of that, he was going online to be like, he had to make a post where he's like, listen, we didn't use AI for any of this. like,
look, marathons did that bullshit, but we did it.
Right. Like, because people are just like, oh, this is AI slop. And he's like, but it's not. We had like 150 people who worked for like a year to make this. And they're just like, yeah, fucking 2-minute AI slop. And I was like, no. Like, I've got a body of work. This looks like the thing I made before. Like,
this is the problem. This is the other problem with AI that, or not even just AI. AI generated everything, is that everybody now second guesses every little fucking piece of art now.
Yep.
And it's really frustrating because now I can't look at a fan art and go, hey, that's really cool, without thinking, but is it AI?
But is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Which is way funnier with what's going on here, because this guy's like, no, for the love of God, I fucking did this.
Like, I stayed at the office late nights to try to get it done.
I lost dates over this, guys.
Yep.
I could have been getting laid. Instead, I made marathon CGI.
Speaking of marathons, we're going to kick it into high gear because we got about 15 minutes left. We got a lot of stories left to go. So, in other Bungie news, Bungie apparently settled with the guy. I don't know if you remember this in the plagiarism thing, because in addition to the marathon thing, there was another one where a guy was like, yeah, I had a WordPress blog, and like the plot points of the last 2 or 3 Destiny DLCs are like directly like the story beats that I put in these stories that I wrote.
Oh my goodness.
Which, like, Bungie has not had a good track record over the last 5 or 6 years about this sort of thing.
Especially because they've been sort of forced to go work faster.
Yep.
So I guarantee somebody was just like, fuck it.
So whether this is the case or not, they have now settled. They have settled, and we'll probably never know what happened. Because
if they settled, then somebody did something.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, they would have just let it ride.
Yeah. Especially considering that Bungie is no stranger to going to court. So
I just imagine Bungie walking into the court going, look, whenever you notice that, a wizard did it. And that wizard came from the moon.
It was a moon wizard, you guys. Okay, speaking of weird online video games, Michael, I don't know if you saw this one, but some fucking insane people are trying to get Concord back online.
Of course they are.
This is a series of modders that are basically taking the open public PC beta of Concord and reverse engineering the network calls in order to basically make a server that will run the beta of it.
You're a move, Sony.
Yes. And it's mostly like these guys are like, most of them are like, I didn't ever play a game. I didn't play this game, but I'm interested in preserving old stuff.
This is a conservation effort.
Yeah. So they're working on it.
Somebody's bringing back the dodos is what they're doing here.
So they're working on it. And Sony DMCA'd all the videos they put up of Concord. We're running correctly, and it's like, you guys.
Okay. I literally said that as a joke. I didn't realize they did make the move.
Yep.
Fucking idiots. Oh my God. But that shows how much they're like, we are nuking this from orbit.
Okay. It was done through one of the third-party scanners that scans for IP and then like does stuff on behalf of corporations. So it's possible that this could be an automated process that was just left running.
Well, here's the thing.
Nobody turned it off.
I guarantee you that's what it is, but that's also Sony going, we don't want this to exist, period.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, part of me goes, you still have to protect the IP, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't protect your IP, then you lose it. If you don't strenuously defend people from infringing on your copyright, you lose that copyright.
And this is also a very strange set of circumstances.
Yes.
Because normally when this happens, the game has been dead, or not even the game's been dead. The game ran for like so long that they got their money back. They don't actually care anymore.
Yeah.
And they close it down, and then somebody's like, well, you know what, I'll bring this game back. And it'll be fine because this game, that was like 30 years ago type thing.
Right.
Where now this game lasted all of 2 weeks.
Yep.
That was not even a year ago. This whole thing is fucked.
It was not that long.
So this is interesting.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Speaking of corporate fuckery, Nintendo did an update to the Switch 2 last week, and suddenly a whole bunch of third-party docks stopped working.
I heard about this.
And Nintendo came out, and they were very specific with their statement. They said, this update should not, I know this is not a direct quote, but this is, yes. Okay, here's the quote. Nintendo Switch, let's see, blah, 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 blah. Nintendo does not have any intention to hinder or invalidate legal third-party dock compatibility. There's one word in that sentence. See if you could hear it.
I know, yeah, I saw it. The word's legal.
Yeah. What's a legal third-party dock? Is that one that people, like...
License, usually.
Yeah.
Usually means, like, because there are things you can buy that'll say the words licensed by Nintendo on it.
Yep.
So that
they usually
means...
cost like 50% more than the cheap crap that's online.
So odds are, they're saying like, look, motherfuckers, I see what you did.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna say it outright.
Really sucks because that's just a USB-C port on the bottom. So like,
you're it's a fine, dangerous line you're fucking with here.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of third-party things that exist out there because people don't have the money to buy the ones that are like straight up licensed by whatever it is. That's why you can buy so many third-party PlayStation controllers still and Xbox ones, and there's still some Nintendo ones, but they're usually not nearly as well made.
Absolutely. Let's see.
All fucked.
I've got a series of stories here, Michael. I'm gonna like lay them all out for you. Okay. Ubisoft came out in one of their like reports where they said, game sales are down because consumers are only they're playing the same multiplayer games. They're not buying new original games. They're all just sticking to the multiplayer online. They're playing the same 4 games online. That's great for them, but no new games can get purchased. So they downgraded their earnings call, and they froze the current earnings call, like the current earnings report that was supposed to come out.
That's fucking weird.
They froze it for like a few weeks, and they froze stock transactions of the Ubisoft stock until that report comes out, which is supposed to be like in 2 weeks. So, yeah.
That's interesting.
However...
But it's the youth's fault, Jeff.
However, there was also a big survey that came out that showed that a lot of people in the United States, like 65% of people, agreed with the statement. I prefer single-player gaming experiences over multiplayer.
That makes sense to me.
The only place where it went below 50% was in Sweden and China, where it went just below that.
Which also makes sense.
If you break the data out into like 18 to 24-year-olds, is like 52%. And then, of course, as you move up in the age brackets, it gets more towards single player and less towards multiplayer. But I think this is something that I've been talking about for 10 years, is that the video game industry keeps going, single player games are dead. And then every game of the year smash hit is a fucking single player game.
Yeah.
It's Balatro, it's Baldur's Gate, it's fucking Claire Obscura.
Maybe. Because most of the ones on there were all single player. Actually, I can't think of any ones that were on the game of the year that weren't single player.
Has there ever been a multiplayer game of the year? I don't know.
I'm sure there was, but I don't know what it would have been.
Yeah.
Also, everybody's now much older. They don't have the time for multiplayer games. Stop it.
And then the third one, this is like a little trilogy. This is my little trilogy. The third one is Strauss Zelnick was out there talking about how he believes that the PC is basically the future of gaming. And I was like, okay. And then I was reading it, and it was like what he was saying was not the hardware, the platform. And I'm like, now that I can see, because the Steam box coming out is a step in that direction. And if the next Xbox, as has been intimated, is basically just a powered up PC that can also run Steam on it, then like that means that the share of gaming platforms that are just PC is growing in a
100%.
way. It used to be you could really just write that shit off because consoles fucking ruled the roost.
Well, part of it's also because you can uniformly make things run really well on specific hardware without having to worry about like weird issues, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it would make it easier for devs overall to just keep pumping out games without having to be like, well, we need to make sure it works on the PlayStation's pisser,
right,
as well as Xbox's non-existent everything else type of thing, or Nintendo's like very weird mouse thing or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, uniforming that would be great overall. The problem is that, like, you know, it all comes down to pricing either way.
Sure.
Like, that's one of the reasons why consoles are the way they are, is because they've been able to balance pricing in a way that the consumer can still get. But with the fact that a lot of consoles keep rising in price since then, I don't know if that's going to keep going anymore.
Yeah, it used to be, are you going to buy like a $1,500 computer? Or are you going to buy like a $300 PlayStation?
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
now
buy a $300 PlayStation.
Yeah, but now like the PS5 Pro is like almost $800.
Yep.
And then for a little more, you can get a fairly good PC that does things that aren't just games.
ROG Ally, Xbox ROG Ally is $1,000, and all the indications from Microsoft seems to be that their next Xbox is going to be like basically 1,000 or more.
Yeah,
and
which is crazy, but you know, we'll see how that plays out for them.
I don't think they got the juice for that squeeze, but whatever.
No, it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah. Valve came out. We talked about the Steam Machine last week, and there was an interesting thing. There was a lot of kind of questions about the hardware that was in the Steam Machine. They've gone over the hardware. They haven't put out a price yet, but what they did say was, this is a sobering thing for those of us that do gaming on the PC, is that they do the Steam hardware survey every year. And they said that the hardware that is in the Steam box is better than 70% of what most people who connect to Steam are running when they connect to Steam.
That's incredible.
And yeah, because a lot of people are they're playing Counter-Strike on a 10-year-old computer. They're playing, Minecraft, or they're playing,
yeah, a lot
Fortnite.
A lot of people who PC game, though they're the loudest, are always the ones that are like, well, you got to keep updating forever and ever. But the people that actually are PC gaming are the ones that are like, no, I bought my PC 10 years ago. Every now and then I'll add something to it, maybe.
Yep.
Or I made my computer out of like cheaper parts like 5 years ago, and I haven't really done anything since then. Because a lot of games don't really need the stuff that they claim to, especially before a certain point. And if people aren't buying new games the way that we think, then that doesn't matter to them anymore.
Look at the Game of the Year list, like Hades 2, Silk Song. You don't need a powerful. Those are run those on the Switch.
Yeah, we were playing Demon School, which we thought was fucking fantastic, and that could play on my phone,
right?
The type of thing. Like, you don't need as much anymore.
So yeah, let's see. I had a story here, Michael. This is such a weird story. This is such a poor company.
Oh, is this that same one from last time?
So I don't know. Well, I don't know. So there's a game called Planet Centauri that was set to release, and it released, I believe, like last year. It was kind of December 2024. It was a multiplayer kind of pixel-based.
This is that game we talked about last time.
Yeah, pixel-based thing. And they didn't get, people put it on their wish lists. Nobody got the notification that it was out on their wish list. Steam just did not send out the notification. So they said to them, look, we're so sorry. We will put you at the top of the page.
Talking about this.
The top of the page. Pick a day. We'll put you at the top of the page. You can do whatever. And they were like, okay, November 12th. They kind of just pulled it out of a hat. They were like, okay, let's give it a second chance. November 12th was when Valve announced all this new hardware. So everything on the page was just completely covered in the Steam Machine,
my God,
and the index and the controller. Now, Valve could not say, pick a different day. We are doing something that day, because if they did, who knows what would happen?
Play their hand, because they'll be like, well, why can't we do it that day?
Or even if they didn't say anything, that company could just leak it. Right?
Yeah, they could just be like, hey, we have Steam, and it was weird. They said, hey,
we can't do anything that day. And then, big thing. Valve's going to make an announcement on November 12th. What does that mean?
And it would have been, everyone would have started data docking or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yep.
Data hacking.
So apparently they made 5,000 sales on that day.
Fuck, Valve. Yeah. What the fuck?
They're already working on their next game. They said it's enough to get them over the finish line of that. So.
Valve, help them out, guys. Stop doing this to them.
But yeah,
what did they do to you? You sick fucks.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
All right.
That's horrifying.
Let's speed run a few things real fast because we are now out of time. Monster Hunter Wilds was kind of thrown under the bus. People were asked about how Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil is going to run. And they were like, oh, yeah, it's definitely not going to run. It's going to be very much better. It's going to run better. It's not going to run as bad as that. So,
oh, God. Yeah, that is throwing them under the bus. Those poor guys.
Which, of course, it's not a big open world game, right? Like,
yeah. No, what it needs to be, yeah.
Catalog titles released 2 years ago and earlier, including those Resident Evil series, continue to perform well. We do not have concerns about the growth potential of catalog sales. So I don't know.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Also, there was a whole thing where somebody AI'd Leon Kennedy in like an eye patch.
I keep seeing that image going everywhere.
And everybody's like, oh, Leon Kennedy's in the new Resident Evil. And Capcom was like, no, he's not. This wasn't an official Capcom fucking channel. If it's not an official Capcom channel, it's not real, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
shut up.
That looks more like Norman Reedus
Yeah.
than it does Leon Kennedy.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why that image kept coming up everywhere.
Another horror game news: the new Silent Hill F patch for New Game Plus makes combat easier, takes away enemies because this is a game that you have to play through like 4 times, and it lets you skip areas. Like
that's good.
In the example that they gave, it's a little bit of a spoiler, so I'm not going to say exactly what it is. But when Amanda and I were playing the game, it was like a boss fight, and apparently now, if you're New Game Plus and you get to that boss fight, it's like, do you want to just go past this? And you can be like, yes, because there's nothing in that boss fight that's narrative.
Yeah.
You just need to see what's after that. So good stuff. That means that Amanda and I might be able to actually play the game multiple times.
That's fun.
Let's see. Hideo Kojima, there's another Death Stranding anime.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Death Stranding Isolations, and it takes place more in just like the main line. It has to do with like bridges and stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's going to be on Disney Plus, which means that they will put it at the bottom of the page. Nobody will watch it, and it'll fail,
no, it exists
horribly. Yeah. Disney Plus is the worst platform for anime I've ever seen in my entire life. There have been times where I've wanted to watch an anime on Disney Plus, tried to find it, and couldn't.
Yeah.
Was like, where is it? Like, I typed the name of it and I can't find it.
I've had that issue with Hulu itself, and they're kind of the same like general thing now.
Yeah.
I couldn't find Only Murders in the Building, which is one of their biggest shows. I had to fucking search for it, and I still barely found it. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Peacock keeps taking the show that I'm watching off of the continue watching, or they'll just take continue watching off, and they just like, now it's just recommended. And I'm like, no, I want to continue watching.
Even Netflix is all fucked. You have to like exit out of your thing to find your my stuff. Yep. It's pretty stupid. They all get worse. But I like the image of this thing.
Sometime in 2027. Yeah, there's a single kind of promotional image. It's going to have a bunch of different characters.
They look prettier than the other one.
Oh, yeah. They're much more bright, colorful anime characters than like that fucking mosquito trailer that we saw.
Nice.
And then last but not least, we got our first Legend of Zelda movie images.
Yeah, everybody was sharing this, and it looks like they're leaning towards the Breath of the Wild look.
Sort of, except, I mean, well, Zelda's got the blue tunic, but Link still has the green tunic.
Well, it's just the way like the lighting feels, if that makes sense. And he doesn't have like a hat on and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels, for some reason, it has more of a Breath of the Wild feel to it.
They're also just out in a real big field.
That's true, too. That is true, too. And it's not like Ocarina of Time looks realistic.
Right.
So, yeah.
It looks weird to me.
Oh, I thought it
looks very strange to me.
It looks like when you're on Instagram and you find a cosplayer's page.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. But the problem is, but that's just because it's imagery. We don't know what it'll look like when it actually, like, we see it in action. Because that happens with a lot of things like that.
I think I'd rather it be a CGI movie.
I was wanting it to be, and then I forgot that it was supposed to be a live action.
Yeah, this looks like Lord of the Rings spin-off TV show on Amazon Prime or something.
It does have that feel too. Yeah.
So, but I don't know. This is just a set photo, so who knows? Yeah. It's also just the elf ears look really weird in the rest of the context of all this stuff.
It's stuff though that's always been weird on it, like when you see it in real life type of thing.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we got trailers, so stick around, and we'll see you in just a minute. And we're back. And that means we got trailers. I know we started with trailers, but we have more trailers. It wasn't just the Xbox thing.
It's true,
week.
yeah.
Trust me, there wasn't enough news for the rest of it. We're going to start, as we often do a lot of times, with Fortnite. Fortnite, I didn't realize that this was a whole series, the Simpsons stuff, where it's like an animated part.
Yeah, they just keep making new parts for every like new thing that happens in it.
Yeah.
It's like if you put them together, it might just make one large Simpsons episode.
Right.
Is what seems to be what they've done with it.
It seems like a Simpsons animated part, and then it ties into some Fortnite gameplay. In this one, all of the cloned Homers from the last one, Chief Quimby is shooting them all, and they're all turning into a giant cloud.
Yeah, and he's using those the slow motion guns from the last season.
Oh, okay.
Which is really fun.
That create like a giant Homer comes out of the skies.
Yeah,
so.
and he's I didn't know this until somebody pointed it out. Is that the giant Homers are reference to the very first Simpsons comic they started making?
Huh.
Because it was called like the Amazing Giant Homer or some shit. And it's like him in his underwear as a giant. And so apparently that's what they're referencing. And I was like, that's such a weird thing to do, but good for them.
Hey, I tell you what,
deep cuts all around Fortnite.
I'm very weird. I'm weirded out though, because it seems like this is coming to an end, I guess. It's been like 3 weeks.
Well, it's supposed to be like a mini season is what they call them.
Yeah.
So it only lasts like for the month of November.
Okay.
Is what the idea is.
All right.
And then they're going to do like a new thing next month, because I just saw like a preview apparently of that.
Yeah, there was a teaser, the Chapter 6 finale teaser. That this one was not a Simpsons cartoon, that had like a bunch of the stuff that was going on in fucking Godzilla and King Kong and
it's like everything
Homer
from the stuff before the Simpsons thing somehow.
Yeah, fucking Star Wars.
Then there's Homer there,
giant Homer, and I mean, like, I don't know. Then there's the bride from Kill Bill in there. It's given such fucking Ready Player One vibes. Like, it's so Ready Player One. It's hard to even.
Well, that's the thing about Fortnite. That's what they became. They're very much just like, if Ready Player One exists, it's Fortnite now.
Yeah,
type of thing. And there's but what we know outside of this, because I don't know if you have the other teaser thing.
That's all I saw.
Well, the other thing is that I think after this is Stranger Things stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw Stranger Things teaser, but they made it even shorter Stranger Things teaser before the Simpsons thing happened.
Oh, okay.
Just to show like, hey, by the way, after this we're doing Stranger Things, and so and then they made another teaser that they're like, here are the characters, so you're gonna be able to buy like the boys as them being like the way they are now, essentially, as like Fortnite characters, because since 11 is already in the game as well as the sheriff guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of glad that I'm not in Fortnite anymore. Like, it's
the thing is, every time
bizarre.
Well, I've never paid attention to the plot of Fortnite.
Yeah.
And so when somebody tries to explain it to me, I'm like, I don't care.
Well, and then also there's like, apparently I was reading one thing that said that like there's like an organization called the Seven in Fortnite. That's the one that's what
The Rock was.
Johnson and Brie Larson are in it, and they're thinking that Chapter 7 might be about them. Like, and I'm like,
well, there were like people at a football game or something wearing shirts that said the Seven.
Oh, okay.
Or something like on it.
Sure.
And then the Quentin Tarantino thing happened, and there was a DeLorean there, so people are pretty sure they're going to add the Back to the Future DeLorean into Fortnite.
I can't keep up with this. I'm too old. I just want to.
My favorite thing is everything I'm saying sounds like a Mad Lib.
Yep. No, yeah. And it's impressive. It's impressive that they managed.
It's all real.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would ever think I would live in a world where a character from a Quentin Tarantino movie was in a video game.
Oh, not only
any video game. Like,
that's the thing, is that's already been a thing. But the difference is that not only are they in a game, but they can also hang out with fucking Homer Simpson.
Like
because the last time, the only other Quentin Tarantino game I know in existence is the Reservoir Dogs game. And that game is fucking weird.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it's a strange world that you live in where you're like, are you guys going to put Marcellus Wallace in fucking Fortnite?
I'd use that.
Like, am I going to be able to play
as long as you make the pawn shop area.
Or like Bruce Willis's character, like in Fortnite.
They can reuse the John McClane model they already have. Just edit it a bit here.
I hate it. Anyway, speaking of stuff that makes more sense, hey, they're putting Gamera in Gigabash.
Matt has been hinting at this idea for months.
Yep. they're putting Gamera and they're putting Gurion, the big knife head guy from Gamera, are both in Gigabash. Which, like, I don't know, this thing now has Godzilla and fucking Ultraman and fucking, you know, it's got everything in it.
That's the thing.
So.
This is one of the most like exciting things for a kaiju fan,
right?
Is that you have 3 of the biggest like kaiju icons in one game for the first time ever, which is like very exciting. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, I think Gigabash is just an okay game. If Matt's listening to this, I'm sorry.
It was fun enough. It was a slight game. Like,
no, it's fun. It's just it didn't feed the kaiju hunger fight that I wanted it to like, because I like the way War of the Monsters played and the way the Godzilla fighting games originally played. Like, I was a big fan of those types of like oomph type hits, where these are, I'm like, well, this is more like arcadey, which is fine, but it's just not as much fun as I was hoping there would be.
Sure.
But I'm happy again. I'm happy that Gamera's and Godzilla and Ultraman are all in one game.
Yep.
Very happy for you guys.
Also, they put in their weird knockoff, like Megazord is in there.
Yeah, because they can't figure out how to do the rights for Power Rangers, apparently.
Right.
But apparently Fortnite was able to do it.
Yep. Let's see. We got another trailer for that solo leveling game that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
Which apparently I don't know. I'm interested in this. It looks like it's an ARPG, or it looks like an ARPG at least. It's being made by Netmarble, so it's probably just like a phone game, but I don't know.
Just remember if this was the phony looking one or the other one, because there's 2 of them, wasn't there?
No, this is the one that I thought looked actually pretty good. Like,
let's try to remember which one.
Because this one also takes place during, like, apparently a part of the story where he goes away and then comes back more powerful, and there's this intimation of like a bunch of stuff happened.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, "Oh, this is all the stuff that happened," and I'm like, "Well, that's a better way." Like last week,
that's
I was
a smart
talking
way of
with
doing
Bryce
it,
about like, you know. It was like, do you want to just play through the story of the anime as a game? And I'm like, no, I don't. I want to have an original thing. But then if they made a really good original story, they would just make more episodes of the show about that, not a game. So
yeah, but you know, that happens every now and then. But like the only difference is usually whether or not it's good, because there's plenty of Dragon Ball side stories that exist that became either games or movies and stuff that I'm like, well, they weren't really part of the actual thing.
Yeah,
and so this is different.
The ones that I like, though. Huh? The ones that I like, though.
No, I get. Well, I was about to say One Piece has them as well.
Yeah,
Naruto has them as well.
Sure. Yeah.
My Hero has some of them, sort of thing.
Yeah, that new My Hero game is weird. That was what we were talking about last week. But
yeah, we were,
I don't know. I think that this looks like a good compromise, where if you write a kind of a basic guideline and then you just have, you know, an action RPG game, not an online MMO, not something that just does the story over again, but just like a little something. So
no, I'm happy that it's doing the idea of like, why don't we make a story that happens in between this part?
Yeah,
and that's a great idea.
Yep. I think it's coming out pretty soon, like next week.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make an anime based on this game.
Maybe. Let's see. In other action adventure, we got Ghost of Yotai has a new game plus mode and a bunch of new stuff that got added.
Oh, I didn't realize they didn't come with it.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. I'm not pretending that's like unheard of.
Yeah. There's a bunch of new armor sets, which is good. I felt the armor sets in the game were like, okay. A bunch of new cosmetics that you can use. There's I think a new like a photo mode. Basically just kind of putting the game into the, you know, the Game of the Year edition version, basically. Yeah. And yeah, because
I'm
the next
surprised
thing is
this wasn't nominated for Game of the Year.
They still have the multiplayer mode. You know, they're going to be putting the version of Legends in this next year. So there's also, there's a new merchant with new gear, all kinds of new stuff that you can add. Such there's already a shitload of this in the main game, but I like the fact that they've got new armor sets, because some of the armor sets were like, okay. But yeah, I think it's coming out a little bit later. Yeah.
Pretty soon. It's like the week of Thanksgiving, basically.
Yeah. By the time you hear this, depending on whether you're listening on Sunday or Monday, you probably it might already be out. So
again, you guys should buy that game. Please support the awesomeness of this game.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Maybe there'll be a Black Friday sale. Who knows?
Maybe. We got the launch trailer for Where Winds Meet, which is something I'm still having a really hard time understanding.
Oh, this thing. Yeah, we were like, what is this fucking thing?
It's like a Chinese action adventure game. It is free to play, but it has like a story. It's apparently got pretty decent action.
I've fallen for that multiple times. I don't know if I'm going to fall for it again.
Yeah, every single trailer I've seen looks like it runs like butt. Like, I don't know. It's like these are supposed to be your like really good trailers. I keep catching like frame drops and kind of some roughness and stuff. Also, is entirely unclear what the fuck this is. Like,
I still don't know what it is.
I think there's like some online functionality. I don't know. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I should either look it up or just download the free fucking game and find out. But like,
well, when does it come out?
It's out.
Do we know?
It came out last week. It's the launch trailer. So okay. Yeah. In fact, the reason I'm apologizing is because last week when I was talking with Bryce, there was like a pre-launch trailer, and I'm pretty sure I said all those exact same things. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I like it. It looks kind of weird.
Well, it looks like there's a bunch of characters that either you use or they're your boss. I can't fucking tell.
Yep. One of the reviews I saw on Steam said you can ride a goose like a Segway. And I'm like, and they were like, thumbs up. You could ride a goose like a Segway. And I was like,
cool.
What? I don't. Okay.
Okay, then.
Because this thing obviously has money in it.
It does,
like,
yeah.
Like there's character design and like level design and like art and shit in here. But I'm like, but how is it free to play? Are there microtransactions? Are there like cosmetics or something?
It feels like it, yeah. And everything so far that is gameplay
Did you see that?
is very side thing.
You see that? Look at the pop in.
I did. Yeah.
Pop in behind these motherfuckers.
This is the trailer.
The trailer. So, I don't know. Yeah. Are any of you guys playing this game? Is it worth playing?
Let us know.
Been staying away from it because I don't like to waste our time with 45-minute bummers. And also, I get some weird Shenmue whiffs off this thing, off the last trailer, where it was like, live in a provincial Chinese village and do chores. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to fucking snake fights and fire gods and shit. Like,
yeah, every time I see something more on it, I just have less ideas of what's happening.
It's very confusing. Even this trailer
also,
is
he's carrying
confusing.
A baby at the end there. I don't really know what's happening.
This part of the trailer, and then it's like he's got the guy and the sword, and he goes around, and it's a fucking Kefka or something. I don't know what's going on. Like he's a vampire or something now. I thought that guy was the main character, but maybe it's the baby guy.
I don't know.
So,
I have zero idea.
Yeah.
Pre-download now, or it's already out at this point. Because this trailer came out. Or we're looking at this trailer way after the fact.
It's on consoles. I should just download my PS5 and see. But you know what? I'm scared because sometimes it's like, oh, this game is free to play. Download it and check it out. And I'm like, okay, I will. And then it's like, guess what? You can never start over. Yeah. Ever. You can never start the game over.
Those are the worst.
And you played enough of it that you can't go back to it. So.
Or give us $10 to start over.
Yeah. Let's see. Right before we started, we got the announcement that Tales of Berseria apparently, like, the Tales series is just remastering every single fucking game that's ever been in that franchise.
It's not a terrible idea, all things considered. Makes them a lot of money.
Tales of Berseria. I played this back in the day. She's got like a emo lady with a big blood arm. Oh. It's like fighting a dude, and
I do remember this game.
Yeah, I kind of liked what I saw. Yeah, I think I played it with, like, was it Tessa? Or maybe Jennifer? It might have been that long ago.
It might have been that long ago, yeah. If it's that long ago. If it's being remastered, it probably was that long ago.
Yeah. I remember liking it, and I remember it getting pretty decent reviews at the time. You know, it's all being up-resed and up-mastered. One of the nice things about Tales is they use a lot of anime in it. So
yeah. I'm literally looking it up.
So you can get I'm sure it's this news story. So that you can get sorry, I shouldn't be doing stuff on describing things.
It was Jen, yeah.
2017. Yeah, Tales of Berseria.
That was 8 years ago. Holy shit.
Yeah. I remember being intrigued by it. The main character is this weird kind of vampire emo lady, and because it's Tales, it has like a real-time combat engine to it.
If you guys want to check, you can look up the RageSelect video for it.
Yeah,
the original one.
They also, though, they were showing off the new things that were in here. I think it says a lot about even how many of these things were not standard. Destination icon. It used to be the destination was only viewable on the map but not on the screen. So now you can see that. There's also like there's DLC, but there's also this thing called a grade shop where you get like points that you can then put into double experience, double gold, double art leveling up. So to make the game easier if you want.
Good for them.
And it looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks, it's nice looking, all things considered. So
yeah, and 8 years ago isn't like a very, very old console, but it's still like enough that a remaster to be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
It looks great though.
Yep. It's coming out in February. So let's see. We also got a new Overwatch 2 character, Vendetta, aka La Lupa. This is very weird. This ties in, I don't know, it's so weird. She's like an Italian lady with a giant buster sword.
Yeah.
Like she's in an arena. The whole animated trailer is her fighting like an Omnic. It's kind of big Omnic with her sword doing a bunch of stuff. There's all this voiceover. Apparently, like in the Overwatch, it was called like Retribution PvE mode.
Yeah.
The 4 Blackwatch characters in that mode like start that mode by killing off like an Italian crime boss, and this is that boss's daughter who like wants revenge on the Blackwatch characters that killed her dad.
Cool.
But like you guys aren't doing story anymore, so I don't know what the fuck. Why do you go to all the trouble? Like
they just make excuses for things. They're like, yeah, we're still doing story stuff,
I guess. Also, this
they can't just keep introducing characters for no reason.
Is really generic looking. Like
she's not nearly as interesting to look at as any of the other characters. Even the characters that they've made since the beginning of the version of Overwatch 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I think the last one that punk rock crystal dude, the big guy with like the
I don't even remember
powers, because he was kind of generic looking too. It was like a dude in a leather jacket.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that was the last one.
Because yeah, she kind of got a gladiator outfit, I guess.
Yeah, she looks like she's from a different game entirely.
Yeah.
As like who would have normally been like the main like a Hades knockoff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what she looks like. Maybe that's why they did it.
Who knows? I don't know.
They're like, I want a Hades, but they're Italian.
Who can say? I don't know. I mean, it's a decent enough like little animated trailer. But then I went on the comics and people were like, "You guys remember back when they used to make the full CGI trailers for characters and how fucking cool those were? And how this is not as cool as that." The end.
And this is a CGI video because you remember they did a fucking comic book one at one point because they didn't give a shit.
Oh yeah, the motion comic that finished the story.
Yeah. They really don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. So also some parts of this gave me like AI vibes. I don't know.
This part did. I was about to say this part feels AI.
Some of the character crowd shots and some of the stuff, and I was like,
it also shows how little they give a shit too.
Yeah.
That they're even if it's not AI, it's just the most generic. It's the sort of thing you saw in like a 2000s cartoon for the background characters.
Sure.
It's just not great.
It seems like like the crowd shot that they had seems like the kind of crowd shot that you would get in a bad anime.
Not only that, they don't usually focus on it for that long.
Right.
It's
like
just the worst part.
It. Yeah.
It's like, guys...
Yeah.
What the fuck? Because one of the guys is like screaming to the right, while like one guy's looking to the left. Like just randomly, people are facing different directions.
They've got like all their eyes are too close together, and
it just looks terrible.
It looks really bad. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that AI was used. I'm just saying that like it seems that way.
I'm just saying that they're not very good at this anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All those people left and or were fired and or are working on.
Or the budget was given. They gave them $20.
Warcraft, I guess, or something.
It's $20 in a chalupa.
Yeah.
Make Overwatch.
Let's see. We got, I feel, speaking of Blizzard, I feel real bad for Wildgate. I don't think Wildgate is logged for this world, Michael. This is that online multiplayer spaceship game. And they just put out a trailer this week. They've got a new free update called Emergence that has like a fleet battle mode and some new cosmetics and some new characters and a different ship type and a few different like game types. And I just don't think anybody's really into this.
I haven't heard anybody talking about it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the streamers that I usually like pop up on YouTube being like, hey, we played Wildgate or whatever. They're all playing different things. This game is just not getting the streamer people, because that's one of the things that causes these games to last as long as they do. Is like one streamer gets it and then all the other streamers get it and then it becomes their thing for a while and then everybody starts doing it. I haven't seen jack shit on this one.
Yeah. I mean, part of it is it's hard to play. Like, it's just that I went, man and I played it. We went through the tutorial, then we went into a match, and I was like, I don't fucking know what to do. Like, so
say what you will about Sea of, what is it? The
Thieves?
Sea one. Sea of Thieves. Yeah, say what you about Sea of Thieves. That game looks pretty straightforward compared to this thing.
Well, yeah.
There's a lot going on in this that Sea of, where the other one's just like, well, stay here, fire there, make sure we don't sink, the end.
It seems like a really good game. It's just, I just don't know that it has an audience. And I think if it had a single player, I would at least play the single player if there was a single player to it.
I would too.
So,
or just something that where it's not as complicated and I have to worry about, online people attacking me.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
But yeah, check that out if you're playing Wildgate. I'm sure if you're playing Wildgate, you already know. But speaking of space, we got a 7-minute long Metroid Prime 4 overview trailer.
The Switch 2 edition.
Yep. Going through a lot of different stuff. A lot of this, some of this is stuff we already knew. I think that there was a bit of controversy last week, Michael.
Oh, what happened?
So IGN did a preview on this, and they put out like an article that was titled something like, "So it turns out the Metroid Prime 4 might actually be bad, you guys." So one of the things that they show is that you go to this unknown planet, and they show a bunch of the things that show you got like psychic powers that you can use, and you're kind of going through different biomes and stuff. But one of the things that they show is that apparently a bunch of the Federation Space Marines have also been transported to this location. And so you will, from time to time, get a distress call and then go and like help them out. And there's like a little bit. They've all got personalities. And they have dialogue and they talk. And the specific thing that they were mentioning in this is that one of the first ones that you meet is like nerdy science coward who talks like he's in the MCU.
I heard about that guy.
And will not shut up. And like when you're with him, he keeps telling you like, these guys have hard shells. You need to use your missiles. And then like he just keeps talking. And then every time there's a combat encounter, he's like, Samus, help me. I can't handle these guys. Oh my God.
Oh God. They added Slippy in human form.
Yeah. And then you get rid of him. And they were like, because they had a big like preview event. And they're like, okay, and then you get rid of him. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that was only a little bit. And then it's like you do this objective, and he's like, Samus, I got the long-range communications on. Now I can talk to you whenever I want.
Oh, God.
To the point where they were like, can I turn off dialogue for this guy? Because a lot of people like Metroid to be this very silent game. It doesn't have a lot of dialogue in it.
You like get immersed in the areas because of it.
Yeah.
And you're just sort of like every now and then you might get something, but like dealing with a guy like that in a Metroid game is just fucking evil.
And like I don't know if this has been overblown. Like I don't know.
Well, that's true. We've ran into situations where somebody said, well, the dialogue's always bad and that character lasts forever, and then they're like in there for maybe an hour at most.
It's also possible that they could like turn down the barks and stuff so that it's like,
well, I hope it has like the way one of the God of Wars did, where they're like you can tell them to not help you, type of thing. Like I hope that's an option that you can get.
Yeah,
because I'm fine if he's just like every now and then has like something to say.
Sure.
But if every 20 minutes he's like, do the thing. Oh, you don't understand this puzzle, Samus? You should do the thing. Stop it.
The article that I read made it seem like it was way more frequent than that. Like
that's what worries me. But yeah, because they probably thought like we need more dialogue since it's so open world.
Yeah. So,
but we know how that helps out with Metroid after on the other M having people have dialogue.
Yeah. They show a little bit of the driving around through the hub area. You can collect like little power crystals and shoot enemies and stuff. It's pretty cool. Everything about this looks incredible. Like I think that the graphics and the way that everything is laid out all looks great. And I'm not even about to say that like I don't know. Like okay. Some people get really mad at apparently what is now called like MCU comedy, like the kind of just lull random talking a lot, kind of quippy.
That started becoming like people call it MCU comedy, even though it's not necessarily started that way. It just became the term.
Yeah. That it doesn't bother me as much. Like it doesn't bother me as much. But yeah, that's the guy. Like
I see him. Yeah.
The little guy with he's got his little visor opens up and he's got glasses on because he's a nerd. He's like, we're on this planet, right? At least you're out of the office. Mondays, am I right?
Yeah, because I've watched plenty of shows where that's the thing, and then they're like, I don't like the MCU humor. I'm like, well, there's not really an MCU humor. They're just making weird jokes because they're nervous or whatever.
And this trailer does show a bunch of other characters that are not that one specific nerdo guy.
Yeah. Maybe you can get him killed. Who knows? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of when Halo Infinite came out and they added that pilot. And everyone was like, he's going to be in the game all the time talking to you or whatever.
Yeah.
He wasn't really all that much in the game.
I also, I am interested in seeing how Samus interacts with the rest of the world, considering in most of the Metroid games, she pretty much only interacts with birds.
Yeah, with birds and Ripley, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. So I would be interested
in Ridley.
Seeing how old Samus interacts with other people. As long as it isn't, terrible or anything. So
yeah, Other M was the only other time Samus really interacted with human beings, and people didn't really like how that one went. And I get it to be for that one, but we'll see how it works in this game.
Yep, and it's coming out early December 4th. So yeah, get on that. Let's see, we got a trailer for Stalker 2. Got another big update.
Good.
With more difficulty modes, the A life system. The characters will now different factions will take over different places. They'll battle back and forth for control of areas on the map.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of nice.
It probably helps figure out who's supposed to spawn there too.
Yeah. There's also a real hardcore difficulty mode. One of the things I thought was really strange was there's a photo mode, but it was what they said was death animations, monster death animations. New animations for mutant deaths. And I'm like, did you guys not have those? I don't know how they were before, but
they probably just fell down.
Yeah.
Not even in an interesting way.
So basically the long and short of it is that they're adding more to Stalker 2. And I'm glad of it. Because I wish those guys well.
I wish them very well.
I may someday go back and try it once it's very done.
Yeah, this is definitely a game that you should wait to see, or not wait, but you should buy it and then wait to play it afterwards, I guess.
Yep. We also got the trailer for the Mafia: The Old Country free ride update.
Oh.
So I don't know if people know this, but Mafia: The Old Country, it's just mission based. It's a large world, but you're not free to just go wherever you want to. You go to chapter 4.
Oh.
And you're in here and you go here and you do this and you fight these guys and then you're done. And then it's chapter 5, and you don't drive to chapter 5. You just go to chapter 5.
Yeah.
So they're adding this update to give you a more open, more opportunities to get into the open map. There's added more conflicts, and there's new cars, and there's new guns, and there's new difficulty levels.
Apparently, first person's new.
First person driving.
Yeah. Which I didn't. That's kind of surprising considering.
There's also a bunch of new outfits. This one makes him look real weird.
Yeah,
he looks like the Batman guy.
He looks like Hugo Strange, yeah, except he's not bald. He's like young Hugo Strange is what he looks like.
Yeah, very weird. And
very
there's also Cinema Siciliano mode where it's black and white and it's got a scratchy soundtrack. And
sure,
stuff.
I guess.
Sure. So, yeah. Let's see. We got the trailer for Tides, another trailer for Tides of Tomorrow. This is that weird game from the Road 96 players where it's a it's you see the ghost images of other people who have already played the level.
That one.
And you can decide whether to do what they did or try something else. There's a demo for this, but I kind of want to keep my powder dry until it comes out because I'm like, I don't know, man.
No, that's a good move, yeah.
Road 96 is a weird game. And this one looks like it could be interesting, more interesting. Strange and nautical. So... but yeah, they're doing little character vignettes. This one was about the lady who runs the ship that picks you up out of the ocean at the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's fascinating. It's like a time trial, but for your normal level.
it's like you keep doing the same thing over and over again, but your ghosts are there. You gotta deal with the drivatars. The drivatars are back.
That's kind of funny.
So
gotta catch that ghost.
Let's see. I'm gonna skip a couple of things here. We got a new game called Storebound. That's another one of these multiplayer, like online escape the anomalies, collect the things, but you're in like a weird like department store. Also, all the characters look like they have Muppet heads.
I was about to say, they're horrifying to look at.
But not anything else. Like, they kind of got squat bodies, but they have Muppet heads. But it looks kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting take on that, where it's kind of weird and surreal. And, like, when the lights go out, giant fucking employee monsters come after you and shit. So
yeah, that's because I remember like a first trailer of this, because I remember that giant guy.
Oh yeah,
but I never saw what the characters looked like.
Yeah,
and they are
the whole thing is
something else.
Is kind of horrifying looking. It's kind of like morsels.
That's probably why it works that way. Yeah, yeah, they do have that sort of Muppety type face and large hands that like some of those old puppets had. Mm-hmm. But they're not like puppets. They're just your character.
Yep.
That's very strange.
It's actually out in early access right now, so
that's fun.
Go check it out. Let's see. We got an announcement trailer for Side Effects. This has actually already been a thing, but this is that weird game that's Buckshot Roulette, but with pills.
Yeah. We saw the trailer for this last time.
Yeah, where we've got the giant weird mutants that are all taking pills, and you trying not to die, and there's like a number of different things that you could use to like modify the thing to try to give you better odds.
Yeah,
and it's really horrific looking. Like, just the characters are so grotesque.
Yeah, because the thing about the shotgun roulette is it was just a very weird looking thing.
Yeah,
it was never like a person. These are all supposed to look like really fucked up people.
Yeah,
and it's just fascinating. And you're playing against people too.
Yeah, it's like multiplayer,
which is just so gross.
Yeah,
the way it looks.
They're fucking weird rictuses and bulging eyes, and it's very gross. So yeah,
because it has that way that poker game is, but like the way that you can talk to each other, I think is probably what it's doing. Looks like that's what it's doing.
Yep. And that'll be out by the time you hear this, it'll be out on Steam. So we got a 14-minute video about Hytale. So
I heard about what happened with Hytale.
Yeah, so Hytale was the game that it was basically Combat Minecraft.
Yes.
It was an indie dev that was making this game. It was Combat Minecraft. It was Minecraft, but like a much more in-depth combat engine. So you still did all the blocky world. In fact, the world looks almost identical to Minecraft.
Yeah, the characters are a little more detailed.
Yeah, but then it has a much more robust combat system where there's different like weapons and shields and stuff, and it's a little faster and it's less kind of janky. Riot bought the rights to publish it. Then they decided they didn't want to because of the downturn. And then the developer was able to get the rights back.
Yes, he was able to talk to Riot, because Riot's like, well, we're not going to do this anymore. It's cool. Could you just sell it back to me then? They're like, yeah, I don't see why not. And then they're going to start working on it again.
Yep. And they put out a little 16-minute video. I only watched it. I'll be honest, Michael, I only watched about half of this
because they want to put it in early access apparently, and
very soon too. This video goes on and on and on. It shows like there's some stealth sections.
They're mostly just being like, look, this is where we're at so far.
Yeah,
like, and to show that this isn't just going to be like a really boring beta type of thing.
Yeah. And it looks really nice. I mean, if you like the Minecraft thing, it looks pretty nice.
Has a lot of potential, apparently. A lot of people were really excited about it originally.
Yeah. No firm release date, but it is coming out soon. So if you're interested and you haven't seen it, you can always go check that out. Yeah. Let's see. We got an announcement that Outbound is going to be on the PlayStation 5.
Oh, that's fun.
This is the one with the weird, you build like an entire huge-ass house on top of your
like a little Volkswagen.
RV. Yeah. VW bus that has like a full house strapped to the top of it.
Yeah, I'd almost forgot about this because you're like doing stuff with specific towers or something at one point.
Yeah, there's like crafting and creation, and I don't know. I'm not entirely certain. It's kind of interesting. I hope that there's some reason why you can put an entire house on top of your VW bus. Like, that's so weird looking to me that I just want to know. I want to know more. So
yeah, I just want to know what the whole game really is like going to be. Like, what is the end goal of doing all this, basically?
Yeah. Is it just a chill? Or just chill?
I'm fine with just chill games, but, tell me before I find myself going, wait, I'm just supposed to chill? This is bullshit.
I was ready for fight, and now I'm all...
Where's the zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Goat Simulator 3 put out a new DLC this week, Michael.
Oh.
This is the Furry Road. Goat Simulator 3 Badlands, Furry Road.
Sounds about right.
They put out a little bespoke trailer that's very Mad Max. They even use the same music from it. They've got the guys chasing the goat in the leather jacket.
This guy's playing music on one of them, I think.
Yeah, they've got the whole. They got all the musical stings where the guy jumps but then he just speeds up a little bit. And the guy falls to the ground. So. But yeah, this isn't just that. There's also like weird sandworms, but they look like buttholes. There's some Fallout stuff in here. There's some Death Stranding stuff. You saw
I did. Yeah,
the delivery with the.
This is amazing.
Million things all on the back. Brand new powers, brand new areas, dumbass quests and stuff to do.
Radioactive cockroaches. Yep.
The whole thing ends with the goat walking up to
because he's got like a leather Mad Max jacket.
A vault. It's just a vault.
It's just a vault
opening up.
It's not even like pretending not to be a vault.
Yeah.
It even opens very similarly.
I was very that's out right now. I was very close this week to having us play that. I even downloaded Goat Simulator 3 to get it, but I don't know. We may play it another day. Speaking of stuff we did play this week, Morsels got their launch trailer.
This shit is fascinating. Was it a Patreon that we did for this?
Yeah.
This game is weird as shit. Because if you guys don't have the Patreon, it's fucking weird. It reminded us of what is the name of that
Nuclear Throne.
Nuclear Throne. It has that sort of feel to
kind
it.
Of twin stick shooter, but it's also got.
But it's also like what's the word I'm looking for? It was like a different character thing because the characters themselves that you're using are random.
Right.
That's what makes it a little more different that way.
Yeah. They have like different powers.
Yeah. So you can't always like think you're going to get the same group of power characters each.
It also has a very strange art style that is incredibly pervasive.
Yes. Like it's hard to tell what's supposed to kill you and what's not supposed to kill you right away.
Like go look at a trailer if you're not sure because like I could see somebody being completely put off by this incredibly bizarre art.
Some of these things we did die to too, which is the funniest part.
Yeah.
So like, holy shit.
Yep, that's out now.
Fucking weird as fuck.
Let's see. We got the launch trailer for Tomb Raider Definitive Edition is on the Switch 2.
So yeah, this was the 360 one?
Yes, the first of the reboot Tomb Raiders. I think that this is only the first one. I tried to find out, and when I looked up Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, it was like, and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition is that game.
Yeah,
so.
It's only showing. The Story of the Turtle. So it's just the one. This is the one they based the movie, the last movie on as well.
Yes,
which was okay.
Yeah, I didn't. A lot of the stuff that was in here, I either forgot about or it's part of DLC or something. But
this is one of the more insane ones they made. But it's because you're supposed to be like a much more like you're like you're a beginner Lara Croft.
Yeah,
so you're not like doing all the weird fighting T-Rexes shit yet.
You murder a lot of people in that game.
It has more in common with Far Cry 3 in that way.
Yeah,
than anything else.
And then last up, we got the Fallout Season 2 official trailer.
The trailer came out?
Yep. Full on 2 minute change trailer for Fallout Season 2.
There's a lot of references to the game that I've heard that are in this trailer.
New Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a New Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing is that Las Vegas looks exactly like it does in the games.
Yeah, just more expanded because you could only do so much with the engine back then.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get some more Vault people coming out into the world. It looks like, I mean, I don't know. Is it okay? Lucy and the Ghoul are going to do a thing. They're getting vengeance in New Vegas. Where a thing happened at the end of the last season.
Okay.
I realized, Michael, that I only ever watched that one time. And I feel like I might need to rewatch the first season before I watch the second season.
I would say that's a good move just because, people really like that first season a lot. And if you like Fallout in general, you'll have a good time.
It's great.
And there's amazing actors in this thing.
Yep. There's a part where Walton Goggins is talking about the reason he's stayed alive is to try to find his extended family. Lucy from the last game is trying to do stuff. But yeah, there's a lot. There's also a part, this is why the screen is blank, where somebody is talking that sounds an awful lot like a super mutant. So we might be getting super mutants. I did notice that there is very specifically a shot that shows Mr. House from New Vegas.
I did hear about that.
The man, what's his name? The robot, with the TV head.
I forgot his. It's been so long since I played that game.
Yeah,
and I only played it once because it was my brother's copy.
That guy.
Yeah, he was like a security robot.
Yeah, the Mr. House looks great.
Mr. House is fantastic.
Camille Nanjiani is in there. Also, we get a really brief Macaulay Culkin in there.
He's apparently supposed to be like part of one of the factions that they have.
Yep. There's also, I didn't notice it the first time I was watching this, but it went by so quick, but that is a Caesar's Legion camp.
Yes. Well, that was the thing. The shot of Macaulay Culkin, it looks like he's with one of the Caesar's Legion people.
Oh, okay.
Because they all have the armor and stuff on.
Absolutely. Okay.
Because that was one of the things people were pointing out. Because I didn't realize the trailer was out. I just thought they were images or something.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Looks great. Looks fantastic. Oh, and also there was just a brief shot. This is what impressed me, was that they've got that hotel with the dinosaur in front of it. That was the first place you go. One of the first places you go in Fallout New Vegas.
Honestly, the only thing that bums me out about this is that, man, Matthew Perry would have been in the show if he had been alive.
Yeah,
he would have done it so fast, and he would have just been his fucking character.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Also, they've got some power armor with it's got the helmet from the NCR on it and and a death claw. So what's not to like? It's all there, man. It's all the shit you wanted.
I feel like they definitely put more budget into it because it did so well.
I just hope it continues to do well. It was obviously made with a lot of love.
That was the thing. We were so worried because the problem with video game adaptations is they always go.
It's because Todd Howard was involved.
Well, there's that too. And also Elon Musk apparently went to that South by Southwest party where everybody was uncomfortable. No, there was that nowadays it's a crapshoot. Because back in the day it was always they're always bad, but nowadays it's you get either The Last of Us season 1, or you get The Witcher season whatever we're doing
4.
Now, or you get fucking,
which was also not nominated in that adaptation category.
It was not, or you get something fucking. What was that one that was really, really bad that came out at one point?
Halo.
Yeah, the Halo.
Knuckles
you
show.
get a Halo one. We don't know anymore. And so Fallout was okay, well, we don't know. And then once it came out, everybody fucking raved at it. Because you remember a lot of people were the power armor just looks like a cosplayer or something. And then everybody's the power armor was great. Everything was fantastic. And I never said that at all. And even if I said it, I never said it.
It was such a crapshoot too, because of all the things. This was Amazon coming off of Rings of Power.
Yes, which everyone hated.
And I know people are very split about the Generation V and the boys and stuff.
Yeah. I'm still pissed at them for canceling The Tick.
And the Tick. So there's been a lot of inconsistency with Amazon. And so the idea that it's is this going to be an Invincible or is this going to be a fucking Rings of Power
situation? We don't know.
Yeah.
It's to be one of them Will Ferrell movies that are terrible that you keep making.
Yeah. Fortunately, it ended up being good. So, shit. Okay. All right. Real quick.
There's a lot we could talk about that thing,
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition came out, broke everything.
I heard it was fucking brutal.
Everything. Bethesda has come out and said that they're going to promise to patch it all and make it work right. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but the last time they did this was with the Skyrim Special Edition, where they put out the Anniversary Edition and it broke everything.
Yep.
And then they kept trying to fix it. Every time they tried to fix it, people had already fixed a lot of the shit that was broken, and then it broke all of that again.
It was really funny.
To the point where people were like, stop fixing things. We'll do it. Just step away from the video game, Bethesda.
We will send it to you, and then you can just use it. Stop it.
People are a little torn about whether this is a good idea or a bad idea.
Yeah, everyone's it turns out the new Fallout 4 is garbage. And I'm well, I'm not shocked at all by any of this.
Yep.
You should have waited.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is going to be on Game Pass.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that game, so.
Introduced the last of November and December. Moonlighter 2, Culebra and Souls of Limbo. That's an old one that's coming back. Revenge of the Savage Planet's coming back. That has some new DLC. Monsters are coming. Rock and Road is the one where you have a big city that's going through. That's like a bullet thing. Crew Motorfest, Banishers, Ghost of New Eden, Kittle with Fire 2, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Lost Records, Bloom Rage.
And that's December 1st for the Marvel one.
Yes,
for people who are wondering.
And Lost Records. So.
I'm very excited for that because it's the first time in a very long time that Josh Keaton got to do Spider-Man again.
Oh, okay.
It's been a very long time.
Red Dead Redemption 1 is getting an upgrade for PS5 and Xbox Series X.
I heard about this, and I'm actually very happy about that.
To get stuff. The article that I have for this points out that Red Dead Redemption 2 still does not have a next-gen version, even though it runs better on the PC and obviously could benefit from that hardware, but...
Well, everybody was expecting this announcement to be for Red Dead Redemption 2, only for it to be Red Dead 1. And I'm happy for that, because they said that if you own it, they're just going to let you do it for free.
Yeah.
So that's good, because they could have easily fucked over a lot of people on that one if they wanted to.
It's funny, because I feel like Rockstar is like... which one do people care about right now? They're like Red Dead Redemption 2, and they're like, update Red Dead Redemption 1. Fuck those guys. Fuck them. Fuck them.
We can't have them doing things.
What do they want? What do they want? They want Bully remastered? Remaster that ping pong game. Remaster the ping pong game.
They want Grand Theft Auto 6? Delay it. Delay it now.
Grand Theft Auto 6? No, put out Smuggler's Run. Smuggler's Run. That's what they want.
That's what the youth want.
Fuck them guys. you get nothing. This is closer to Fallout 3. Twisted Metal's been renewed for season 3.
Which is great. Yep. People I know love the show. I haven't seen it, to be honest. I'm not gonna pretend that I love the show.
Yeah.
I thought the show was gonna be terrible.
Yep.
But everyone I know who doesn't really know a lot about Twisted Metal was like, no, it's a very fun show. And even the people that I know that like Twisted Metal are like, it's okay for what it has. Yeah.
I've heard season 1 was okay, and that season 2 was a big step up. So
yeah, the only thing I heard that was weird about season 2 was there wasn't a lot of Sweet Tooth.
Oh, probably because Will Arnett had a limited amount of time.
Well, he did all voice work as far as I know. Because as far as I know, Sweet Tooth is just another it's like a Mandalorian situation, where it's just a guy in a mask.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's very interesting.
And they got a new showrunner that's coming on. So
I like the Twisted Metal stuff, and I'm happy that they did actually, because the problem with the first season is the problem with Mortal Kombat, the new movie, where there's not a Mortal Kombat tournament, and so they finally are doing the tournament now in season 2. So.
All right, let's wrap up with some fun stuff. D-Brand is already out there with the Steam machines.
Oh, okay.
They're going to make an enclosure that is just a companion cube.
That's a great idea.
All the way around it. That's not actually even a skin. It's like a full-on enclosure.
Which is, that thing's going to sell out like hotcakes.
Yep.
And they're going to have videos of people crying and throwing them into things.
Yeah. They said they're working on they're working on all the air intake stuff. Somebody else came online and they were like, well, do one for the GameCube. And they were like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, fuck it, who knows?
So
but that's probably harder to do because of the way the GameCube is shaped.
They said in the GameCube it would probably have to be like a peel off skin, like a stick skin, as opposed to this is an actual, like it's got the actual it's shaped like the companion cube. It's not just a picture of the companion cube.
Yeah,
so.
Which is a great idea. That thing's going to sell like hotcakes, I guarantee it.
Absolutely. Vatividya last week announced a big new lore book for Elden Ring.
Oh, that's fun.
So I don't know if you know this, but he previously had another book that was called, it was like the Soul Arts, and it was a lot of it was about like fan art for the Souls franchise.
Oh,
stuff that he had commissioned over the years. It's a big fucking hardbound, beautiful book.
That's really cool.
And this new one is basically just all of his lore suppositions and connections and stuff for Elden Ring, all in this one big book.
I like it's called Elden Ring Explained, like it's a YouTube video.
Yeah. And a lot of this, like I know that this particular picture of Melania was a thumbnail picture. So he's commissioned a lot of art over time, which is actually being used in the book. Looks like a gorgeous book. The hardbound version is $95, which I'm like is very reasonable.
It should have a special cover with like that YouTube face people make with their mouths open, like, oh,
yeah. Yeah.
And it even looks like it has like a thumbnail, Elden Ring Explained. explained.
Yeah.
You'll never understand it.
They also have a $65 version that's basically the soft cover, and then it's got a little.
It still looks great.
Case.
It has that little nice cover to it still.
And it's got a hard case that it goes into. So
that's fantastic.
The only thing I don't like is that I wish that there was a version, because the hardcover version has this little closing flap.
Oh yeah.
And so like when it's open, it's like
flapped open.
The flap is just kind of to one side. I'm kind of like, I wish there was just a hardcover version that didn't have a flap on one side.
I get that. Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe I should order this. And then I saw delivery estimate Q3 of 2026. And I'm like, you know what?
That's a while from now.
Because you can still buy that other book that he did. They're obviously printing these on demand.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you can just buy it whenever you want to. You don't have to worry about it selling out and then coming back in stock.
And then one day you're gonna wake up. It's like, well, lightning hit it and they're all gone.
Yeah.
Hope you got it before.
I've also watched every single Vachi video so many times, and I know the Lord of Elden Ring, so I don't need no book. It's all in my brain. And last but not least,
storytellers.
I don't know why this got put on PC Gamer, but I hadn't seen it. Have you seen this stuff from this Mitchell Hammond guy?
He sounds familiar.
He's done a whole bunch of art, basically.
Oh, I know this guy.
Redoing MGS1.
I know this guy. Yeah. I've seen his stuff every now and then.
I think that the reason this might have come up is because somebody took his kind of anime version of Big Boss, and then made it into an actual. They like modded the Metal Gear 5
really
version
cool.
To make basically the old Big Boss version of that character model.
Yeah, he popped up every now and then in my recommendeds, and I was following him originally when I had X, and then I stopped. And
he's also on YouTube, and he did these videos, and they're fucking incredible. Like, this is called Metal Gear MSX, and it shows Metal Gear, but then it like cuts to an animated section showing like the
him
next
getting
part.
in.
Yeah, but it goes on and on. Like there's a part that shows him like in gunfights with characters and like sneaking through places, and it's like, it's not quite anime, but it's got a very specific look to it. I don't know what I would describe it as.
It reminds me of just the way there was a specific time frame where anime had this like very, like, it was trying to be realistic but not really realistic at the same time.
Yeah.
It was a kind of a 2000s thing, like a 2000s late 90s thing, sort of thing, like just as things were like that. And that's exactly what it looks like, but it just shows, man, you could do so much cool shit with all of the Metal Gear stories if you just like got somebody to animate them or make anything like that.
Sure.
It would be like, I would buy all of those. That's just because all of them are like, they're canon endings to everything.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to worry about stepping on toes. Like, you know how it starts and you know how it ends. You just have to animate them and go from there. I do like that that the camera is a Sony camera as well.
I like the fact that the box says has the fragile handle with love, which is the Fragile Express thing from Death Stranding.
I love it. I need to watch these again.
Yeah, this is a really nice little 2-minute video. Mitchell Hammond, everybody go check it out. Yeah, and with that, we're going to go and wrap it up. We went way long this week. So, Michael, tell them where they can find you. We're not over here going over way too much news and stuff with me.
There's that fucking penguin. You can find me on oneofus.net. We do a lot of movie and television reviews. You can also find me on YouTube under Supermaniacs. It's a Superman podcast I do. And you should, again, look up this guy's stuff if you like Metal Gear at all.
It's so good.
It's super fucking great.
Like, there's one that, this is like the oldest one. Like, there's one that's like him, that's like Big Boss driving the OG Metal Gear. It's so good. Anyway, patreon.com/RageSelect is where you can go if you want to help us out. You can kick us some bucks and get some bonus videos in return that nobody else gets to see. Is also how we keep the site running. So if you like RageSelect and you'd like to be around for a long time, come hang out with us, give us some bucks, and we'll hang out on the Discord server. And that's it. That's all the news there is to print. So I don't know what to do. I'm not even tired. I got too much coffee in me now. Usually I'm just about to fall asleep, but now I don't know what I'm going to do. So
I love the animation of this Metal Gear, but it just reminds me of how impractical the Metal Gear is.
Oh yeah, the original Metal Gear. Yeah, it's some total bullshit.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. Bye everybody.